H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas sometimes. But we're broadcasting all around the world, and sometimes Chris Walker's on the show. But I'm coming to you. I'm on a remote location, and it might lag a little bit, but I hope the sound is great. Let me know how the sound is, and we'll get to rolling in a minute. It's Tuesday. A lot of stuff is going on. I saw some stuff in they showed me last night. Let me shorten this screen. Y'all got to realize now. Y'all got to be y'all be nice to me today. I'm on a got some powerful information, but I want to make sure y'all get it. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen. Let me make sure, yes, I'm on the right screen. Okay, and figured out some stuff yesterday about um, my. See what I did? I did a new download on for the show, an upgrade, and it give you a whole lot of bells and whistles. You know, like they tell you, don't go buy that new car or that year, but go buy it in another year and wait to see if all the kinks out of it. And this was one of the biggest upgrades ever for this particular software. But let me shout out to my starting five today, Daryl Anderson. Uh, let me see. Hey, I'm on. Am I on? Somebody just said he checking on me. Hold up. Let me see. The show is on. Hold up. This show is on. Uh, and I told y'all, I mean, like some people are so they I have to notify them, and I guess what? I did notify them. So do me a favor. Can I go? Can I go and notify some of these people right now? Just give me a second, man. People are they texting me. It's high noon, and the show not on, and but it is on. I hope they got their notifications, but let me send it to them. Hold up, just a second. Let me send it to them. You know, they just y'all got sometimes y'all got to help me out a little bit now. Don't. I told you that you got to bring your brick. If you don't know about that, we'll explain that later about bringing your bricks to the chop shop. You just don't come in here to the chop shop and just to listen. You come in to share. You come in to do a whole lot of stuff, man. It's just not just you coming to get, you coming to give to other people because there's other people around the world are watching and listening to this show, and you might have something that that you can share with them. So I'm here. Let me see. Let me look at my starting five. Daryl Anderson, Dale Griggs, Jeremy Davis, Simeon Sims, Corey Willis is in the building. Those are my starting five, and my sixth person of the day is Sonya Billingsley. But I see you, Chris Charles. I see you, Thad Moody. I see you. Who else I see? Let me see. Enjoy. Yes, yeah, girl. Y'all, I can't tell y'all how happy I was last night. I would. Let me see. Yeah. I'm gonna put a little something up there. Let me see. Let me think. I got something. I got something, y'all. Hold up. Let me see. He put. I'm gonna show y'all a little quick peek. Show y'all a little quick peek. That's me last night. Yeah, I can't. That's me last night. He looked mean at me. I'm like, man, if you don't put me down. But yeah, that's what. Yeah, I threw it off. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, that was me last night. Hanging with the young fella and this morning. I mean, so it's having a great time. But y'all, there's a lot of stuff troubling me in the news today. Um, they sent me some videos uh, of young people fighting uh, at Atascocita. And I don't know if y'all seen any of them, but and I did not want to talk about it as much, but but somebody told me, said, Rob, you need to talk about it. I said, why? He said, man, some of these mamas and daddies don't think they kids doing some of this. And so we gonna share some stuff about that. You know, we gonna talk about. Hey, Dr. Newsom, I'm out here on the West Coast trying to broadcast the Chop Shop and been trying. If y'all knew what I had to do, April, two people on this planet know what it took for me to just come back and get this done. So, let me see where I'm going to start today. Y'all know I'm just not. When I got that news of those young people fighting and doing a lot of stuff, this is why I always, people. I know this show was we call it the Chop Shop, just in case you didn't know. And the Chop Shop was derived from guys being in the barber shop, just talking stuff. What's up, Kevin? Look at that boy. Look at that. The boy, I love that. I love that. And we just, you learn a lot in the barbershop. And most people, some guys just sit back and don't say nothing in the barbershop. But in this particular platform, man, it's just so many things when I think about this platform and how powerful this platform and what it has done for people over the years. I don't have my screen, so I'm looking around. I'm trying to see where I want to go because it's so, like yesterday we went and talked about this summer basketball community. But what's the use in us having a summer basketball community if our kids in there doing this? And it wasn't a basketball players, but all of our kids are important, not just our basketball kids. So let me give you one of these videos. We're going to talk about it a little bit later. Let me make sure I get my sound levels over here so I can click it back in. So check this out. I'm gonna just give you one. I'm gonna give you one of them and we'll talk about it. This was happening in our schools. And we worry about whether the 49ers are going to win. And I love sports. Y'all understand I made a living in sports. Okay? But it's going to take all of us. We can't just sit on the line. This is why we're trying to strengthen the Chop Shop. Because it gets worse. See, it used to be, and I don't want to go there right now, but I was thinking about something. Let me take you back. And then let me take you, because, like I think I said this yesterday, and I want to be very clear that every day I have to ask myself, Dr. Newsom, do I talk about what's trending? Or about what is trending, but about what isn't trending, but people need to know. Every day, that's my dilemma. When I wake up and come to the Chop Shop and have to do this. Dr. Newsom, it's awesome responsibility. Awesome responsibility. So I'm sitting here thinking about the young man Tyree Nichols, and all of that. Now that was. I'm gonna show you some more a little bit. Fighting in school is one of the new trends. Let me tell you something, Aaron. By the time I finish showing these videos, you can call this, Aaron. Let me tell you something. I don't care about no damn trend. Okay. Personally, I don't care about no trend. Kids go right back to being friends. Okay, see, let me put this on the screen. Let me put this on the screen right now. Let me put this on the screen. Let me put this on the screen. And Aaron, I hope, is an adult. It's the cool thing to do. Hell no, it ain't cool to do in my book. Might be cool in your book, not in my book. This shit right here, Aaron, Not in my book, sir. And I don't mind you having your comments. Because we need to know that people like you think like that. Oh, that's a trend. They'll be back friends. It was a mama out there trying to protect her son. And they forget the mama. I knocked that ass out. But a trend? A trend? Aaron, come on, man. Aaron, I got a grandson. Aaron, thank you. Thank you, Aaron, for real, for that comment. Don't shy away. I'm not going to, no. Thank you for that comment. Because it makes me know that I need to, see, I was thinking about the Tyree situation, the Bethune-Cookman situation. And let me talk to my people out here today. Okay? Thank you, Ken Lofton. Thank you for being here. Y'all need to share this show because I'm finna share with y'all something. Ain't nobody, you ain't gonna get nowhere else now. Okay? All right? So, fighting in school has gone on forever. But that don't mean it's right, Jeremy Davis. What the hell are you talking about? Killing in school going on. People coming up. Man, I'm not going to even address that. I'm not going to address that. I'm not going. I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to let you, Jeremy Davis, think the way you want to. Y'all got to understand. I'm going to give you two ways. I'm going to give you a clean glass of water. Y'all can keep letting them people give y'all that dirty glass of water and say, well, it's been happening for years. And it got, no, just because it's been happening. Your grandmama been cooking that nasty ass cake for years and nobody been eating it. And she wonder why it's been, grandmama, you got to change the ingredients. The cook, and nobody tell her it's nasty. It's the cool thing to do. Got to be actual. Dude, I cannot believe y'all. How y'all thinking? But guess what? What we talking about the kids, it ain't cool. Talking about what the hell you talking about? What, you can get the hell off this damn feed if you want to, or if you're talking, or if you talk, you can't talk to our people like that. Not happening. Aaron, we don't need you. So let's get back. Let's get back. Let me get back there. Because thank you, Jesus. You brought me back. Share the show. Everybody but Aaron. I was thinking about because some people were calling me. A lot of people just don't know, y'all. A lot of people don't know. So I didn't want people, when people was, I was talking to them, they were confused about what happened to Ed Reed, and they confused it with Deion Sanders. I know there are a lot of similarities there, but ladies and gentlemen, in light of what we just saw, witness on this screen, I put it on the screen. I'm gonna lock them screen. I'm gonna lock them comments in. So, and I'm gonna have my people lock those comments in. Yeah. I want to encourage us to be a little more nuanced, to be a little more literate when we are reading, and pay a little bit more attention to details. Okay? Details really matter. All right? Do I have to repeat that? We good. Okay? Yeah. Hey, but check this out. Respect. It's about respect. Thank you. That's all I'm talking about. Being cool. I'm talking about respect. So it's cool to be disrespectful. Okay. See, y'all got to realize where some of these kids get some of this shit from. All right? I'm just telling y'all. That's why I welcome the comment. Okay, well then just drop off. We don't just drop off. Just drop. Just drop. It's all right. You don't have to comment no more. It's all right, baby. It's all right. It's all right. Ain't nobody mad at you. It's okay. Sometimes you talk about common sense. Sometimes I done found out common sense ain't that common no more. See, I don't have a lot of sense, Aaron. I've been using mine, and it's evidence of some people ain't been using a lot of it. But check this out. Ed Reed, see, I'm gonna tell this about Ed Reed decided to coach at Bethune-Cookman, and things were not in order. Okay, instead of talking privately about it, and maybe he did, but the public became aware. Okay, all right. When Ed Reed took to Instagram, like some people take into comments on this show that broadcasts all over the world, and boy, did he take to Instagram. He put folks on blast in a way that, quite frankly, if I would have done that with any employer that I've ever worked for, black or white or indifferent, I would have been out of a job. You got me? There is no reason you can go on and expect to say what he said and be able to keep your job. It's about respect, about to disrespect these kids. Tell me it ain't cool to the kids. It might be cool to the kids. It ain't cool to me. See, I'm going to have my principle. I'm not going to sit up here and let my son go out there and shoot somebody. Tell me, man, that's the cool thing to do, man. No, I'm not going to do it. But let me keep going. Because the reason I'm sharing with this, because some people were calling me, just didn't understand. Give me a thumbs up over there, Aaron. Watch this. Whether it was true or not isn't the issue that Ed Reed was doing. It's a right way, y'all, to do stuff. And decent, what coach? Decent and in order. Where real at? My mom used to say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, Patrick Henry. I'm getting there, son. Son, you watch this. When I was working for somebody else, there were so many injustices that I could have pointed out. Sonia, there's so many injustices I could have pointed out. I didn't have social media then. But if I had gone in a public space and did that, I would have had a job. You can't go to a public school like that and have a job. So we can take issue with what Ed said, with how he said it. But let me tell you something. But if we stop and think, it would be a mistake, because the response was also revealed to many that there were many serious problems going on at that institution. I'll bring Jimmy in. Jimmy, boy, I sure we should gotta wait a little bit more, but that's all right. I got you in there now, but cause I know it's gonna be hard for me to bring you in good, but that's the best I can do. But when I watched Roland Martin address the issue, Ed Mead, and he had the current interim president of Bethune-Cookman. Okay, let me put my thing on there, Jim. I'm glad to see yours. I got to put my my name up there. I ain't got all my controls, and I ain't worried about it right now. Y'all better know who I am. Who? And think about this. The president had his own version of events, how the events happen. Unfortunately for the interim president, everybody else who came on after him, including the students, including the alumni, the student leaders, the teachers, everybody who came behind him was like, I don't know what school he goes to. I've never seen him walk around this campus. I don't know where he's entered. I don't know because I've never seen him. That what he said right there on Road and Martin was not true. The kid, think about this, y'all. Herb Baker. So we got interim presidents seeing things different. We got Aaron seeing things different. So let's just try to find out where, because Jimmy, I showed the fight and somebody came on and said, hold on, Jimmy. It's cool. Uh, hold on. Let me go find it. Is hold on, Jimmy. Jimmy, I got to give it to you. It's like he like brushed this. I'm saying that because I have a 14-year-old. Everybody on here done had a 14-year-old before. Aaron. Fighting in school. Oh, Jimmy, here it is. I'm gonna put it on. I put it on the screen. Fighting in school is one of the new trends. We ain't talking about fighting in school. We talking about the disrespect, but it's the cool thing to do, Jimmy. This what this do, because he got a 14-year-old. I beat my 14-year-old ass they put me in jail about my 14-year-old come on talking about it being cool. Yeah, okay. One of us gonna be in jail. So then the kids go right back to being friends after the fight. Jimmy, I saw those videos. Ain't no coming back from them videos, Jimmy. You sent me the videos. I don't see no coming back from those. So let me put. I like to have receipts. When Jimmy, I put some on the screen. Let me see. Hold up. I saw the escalation. Watch this. Just watch this. Hold up, Jim. And that's the cool thing to do. This little girl right here talking about, ooh, she on every damn video, Jimmy, because I heard her oohing on every damn video. She didn't miss a thing. Whoever she was, I'm going to call her the ooh girl. You remember when in the movie Ray said, go find me some of them girls. To say, you know, you know what I'm talking about? So that little girl, ooh and ah, through it. But you saying that's cool? Fighting in school is one of the new trends? See, we fought in school. That was 100 years ago. But Jimmy, when grown folks came around, we stopped. Because guess what, Jimmy? I didn't want nobody to go tell my mama because she would have whooped me worse than the principal ever thought about it. I was scared of my mama. These kids here ain't scared of nothing because some people think fighting is cool in school. Jimmy, I got a 14-year-old. Some people think it's cool to fight in school. Then the kids go right back to being friends. Well, welcome to the show, man. It's just, you know, that's what I love about a platform like this, because I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm glad we did. Jimmy, you know I didn't want to talk about it. You said we got it, but I'm glad to know that there's people out there that think the way everybody don't think the way we do. And happy birthday to Doug. It's Doug's birthday today. Oh, hold up, Jimmy, you on mute. Did I mute you? The hell you get
Yeah,
muted?
I did. Yeah, today, happy
Hey
birthday
man,
to
quit
Doug's
touching
home.
on your quit touching on your things over there, man. I got the no, I'm messing with you.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. No, I was fixing this stuff up that way you didn't have the same error from last year, so I was
All
moving
right.
stuff up on the other
I'm messing
thing
with you, dude. I'm just
and
talking
not
stuff.
opening up certain apps on the same one as
Uh-huh.
the show. But yeah, happy birthday, January 31st is always a bittersweet day as of the last 11 years, because of course, in addition to Doug Jones being born on January the 31st, 40 years ago to the date,
Mm-hmm.
it's also the date that my mother Edna Hicks passed away
Mm-hmm.
11 years ago in 2012.
I went to the
So
funeral. I'll never forget that.
yeah,
Yeah,
funeral was like February the
yeah.
7th or the 4th.
You was nice back then. You know, you was nice back then.
What you mean nice?
It was not. You was a nice guy back then. Now you's
Oh, they turned. I mean,
you
this
you
this whole
you,
stuff
you,
turned.
you ain't in love. Wait a minute. You ain't in love with us no more. You
I,
just like.
yeah,
No, I'm just
I
messing
just,
with you, man. Come
I just love you.
on.
I love
I'm
you. I
playing.
give you some flowers. I give you some flowers. Give you a drink. Give you something. I just love you. But I ain't getting out of my bed at 3 in the morning for y'all ass no more.
No, 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 no.
Or 4 in the morning, or
It
5 in
take
the morning.
it
Y'all.
takes a it takes a special. Now, there's some people that I do that for, but yeah, you got to have some equity. But keep going.
Yeah, and also another birthday shout, Simon Sims.
Simeon.
Simeon, I'm sorry.
No,
Simeon
no, you
Sims.
might be right, Simeon. You might be right. I messed up.
And today is the birthday of that. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, big fella.
Shout out to everybody out there. Now, we were talking about the squabble
Mm-hmm.
at Atascocita High School,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, this just happened last week. And this kid in the black looked like pajama bottoms,
Black and white.
black and white, was probably one kick away from probably never opening his eyes again. And how do you just mention normally back in the days where when you squabbling and you see the mama or the daddy come out, you kind of, y'all kind of loosen up, the respect factor was there. And we know that there's a lack of respect, which is widespread because of the fact that a lot of grown folks are reluctant to even correct some of the young people in public for fear of disrespect. So some people just don't even say nothing to these young people when they're doing stuff. And the young people have been taught, remember, kids, and I said, think about, let's go back to the root. Remember we talked yesterday about if there's leaks in the pipe, let's find what's the main source of the leak. Then that way we can fix it from leaking all over. You fix the end, it might be a leaky faucet, but it might be a leaky pipe. These young people often hear their parents say, I wish one of them teachers, I wish one of them people would say something to my baby. It's on and popping. So kids know that they're protected, and that what rips the respect away at an early age, because they hear the parents saying, you go to that school, man, they better not say nothing to you. They better not, they can't they can't do this, they can't do that. You let me know. Matter of fact, you take your cell phone. I need to know if I can reach you. The rule may say no cell phones at certain schools in certain times. But that mama say or that daddy say, man, you take your cell phone. To hell with what that teacher say. So that means it's a lack of respect when that teacher confront. Now, we're not even going to the regular civilians as the parents. These young men, from what I understand, that was involved in this squabble have all been sent to the alternative school in Humble ISD. And it's going to be more to that, because I'm quite sure that the parent of the kid who was ended up on the ground unconscious, guys, unconscious, on the slab, on the concrete, your mama coming to pick you up. That's supposed to be a safe haven. That means fight over. I make it to the mama car, fight over. You've seen movies, had it before. When they make it to certain places, fight. Oh, all right, yeah, okay, you win. That's you home base.
Even the war, or even on the movie The Warriors, it was some safe places.
Yes, it was
They
safe
was
haven.
gang fighting. But keep going, because we got to talk about Tyree Nichols. We're gonna turn this into Tyree Nichols conversation. But keep going, Jim.
And so I mean, Alec, give him a snip of the video. People just filing
You
in
know,
that wasn't even in
and
the
let me
comment.
explain to
Let me
Rick.
see what we're talking about. This
Let me
happened in
explain.
Houston, Texas.
Do me a favor. Let me explain to Rick. And Rick, I know when Jimmy asked me, he said, "Man, we got to show these videos." And Jimmy, tell me why you said we got to show these videos. I want to.
Well, I say we got to show it because as parent, there's somebody that's watching that's going to see these videos, probably going to know and recognize one of these kids, and probably know one of the parents. And the embarrassment phase come in because now it's like, man, I saw your kid on there. The preacher might watch it from the church. The deacon might be watching the chop shop right now. You see, the barber, the beautician, your next door neighbor. They want to know why your kid at home. What happened? Your kid. So the embarrassment, you got to put it out there. You almost have to now. Otherwise, it goes out of sight, out of mind, and they don't feel that effect
And you know what
of
I
how
saw?
bad this looks.
I saw so much aggression. I saw so much leading on. I saw a lot of, oh, he ducking. He trying to hide. The crowd incited the riot like in the gladiator form. Cause you sent me if you heard him in the hallway, they said, he ducking, he ducking, he duck. No, we gonna find him. They like stalk these people into fighting. And I mean, I'm sitting there. See, you messed around and sent me the videos, and I'm sitting up here out of town, and I'm watching and analyze the videos. The mob incited this. It was just
Yeah.
crazy. I'm trying to see which one. Let me try to see which one. Yeah, somebody ducking. Here we go.
He running. He running. He ducking. He ducking. Hey, I'll catch him. I'm on the phone.
See, they incited it. His friend talking to another friend. Man, he ducking. So they tried to corner him and find out where he go. Dude, it's no. I just with no disregard, just like those 5 police officers stalked their prey. They stalked Tyree down. They stalked him. We gonna find him, and we find him. He running from us. We gonna find. Don't worry about it. Told the cop to tase him. Don't worry about it. We gonna get him. Let me put my gear on, and we finna go get him. I mean, Jimmy, I'm just what else you got to say? I mean, when I watch these videos, I'm just saying, what is wrong? How can I be a teacher in that environment? I didn't see no teacher, no hall monitor. I didn't see no security. And I know it's a million folks in them schools. Then they can't be everywhere. I'm Jimmy. Explain to me how stuff can go on that long and I don't see one police officer. Jimmy, did you tape again? Did you?
No, I'm right here.
Okay. I thought you mute.
It I do know that there was a parent inside on one of those videos that was inside the hallways. That was allegedly a relative of the kid. And none of these kids, well, I'm told, were on the basketball team, but I have not confirmed if any were on the football team because one of those little kids looked pretty cut up uh, for a high school. You know what I'm saying? Look football ish. And now you have charges may be filed, lawsuits could be filed, and This is a situation where a lot of people move out of the urban to suburban areas to avoid or escape this type of things happening to their babies. It's not the first time, not the last. But at the same time, this is one of those situations where the disrespect was at a premium. Those kids, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to go to alternative school on Thursday. They sit home, they suspend it for 3 days. Then they go to alternative school starting Thursday. And they got to sit there. And when they get there, all that aggression that you saw, they're going to be probably sitting in that class, in that sack, we used to call it back in the days, just as humble, crying, just like, and
Serious?
watch.
How can we find that? How can we see them inside?
It'll leak out.
Okay.
It'll leak out. You know, and the thing is, man, solutions as we move on, guys. Y'all gotta pay attention to who your kids are hanging around. Is your kid an influencer or is he being influenced? That's really important. You might not realize it until everybody is influenced by somebody. It could be a chick. It could be his best buddy. Your friend might be Leave It to Beaver, but his buddy might be Eddie Haskell. You got to do an audit on your kids and find out who they're hanging around and ask those young men questions. Ask these young, you can just see it. First,
Jimmy, I'm going to interject because you talking about watch your influence. What influence did a 6-year-old have to go in and take a gun and sneak a gun in and kill his student? Or kill his teacher? A
he knew
6-year-old.
it was a gun. He knew it was a gun.
So you're
He,
right.
he,
So
he
where
knew
did
it was
he
a gun.
get this
He knew,
from?
he knew what that gun was capable of doing
Of
when he
course.
possessed it. So
Yes.
think about that. There are a lot of 6-year-olds that might know it's a gun from TV, but they might not know what that gun is capable of doing. He knew what that gun was capable of doing, allegedly.
So how do we solve a solution for that? Since we talk about solutions, some things, see, I'm not going to offer a solution because that's a professional matter. There's some people way more qualified than me that study these kids because I just don't understand them. I'm not finna give y'all no advice and no solution on this. I'd have to get a psychologist or somebody to come on here and talk about that because I'm just not qualified to understand the behavior. If my son went to a school and did that, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Guess what? It wouldn't have been on video. See, that's my only solution. Who gonna check these? Because some of these kids out of control, Jimmy. Jimmy, we got a trial right now in Houston that's been, I think, hung 3 times by a boy supposedly that killed his mom and daddy. An athlete. So, solutions. Find me a solution for that. If somebody come up with that one, y'all, we gonna be all right. No, jail is not the solution. No. It get worse in jail. We got to find something else. Because these are our young kids, man. I'm not throwing them under the bus. I love them. I just don't know what I can do. I don't have a solution, Jim. I just don't have a solution. I'm trying to figure this. I'm trying to figure this thing out. But me coming on here and said, I have a solution. Let's find some solution. No, we got to talk about this damn problem first. So then I would love for psychologists, and somebody said they work with child in the child detention sector. What do we do? What does a parent do? What can you tell us parents to do? Us uncles to do? Parents, I hope you show that videotape to every one of y'all parents. The reason, thank you, Jimmy, for bringing it up, because I wouldn't have showed it. But maybe they need to see how, you remember I told you, Jimmy, when I used to coach them little kids, right? And I stopped coaching because what? I saw how it looked on video. It looked all helter skelter. I said, man, I don't like the way I look. I stopped doing it. Sometimes we need to see what we're doing, man. And maybe these kids don't see it. And the instigators, you know what? I will have a penalty for the instigators. Jimmy, I'd have a form of punishment for the instigators, which your little instigating ass. Because guess what? They're going to instigate somebody else. They got the power to instigate once. They got the power to instigate twice. So we got to do something about the mentality. Did I sit here and think about, see, everything I've been thinking about for the last couple of weeks is about this young man, Tyree. So much I want to say, so much has to be said. Okay? Can you imagine this young man on his way home? I'm just pivoting, Jimmy. You can come back to Toscasita because it's going to have some stuff in there about it. On his way, just 80 yards away from his family home. Y'all imagine this. I'm finna play like we on It's a Time to Kill. Okay, close your eyes. Imagine this young man on his way home, just 80 yards. Imagine Cameron on his way home, Mindy, and he's 80 yards from your house. And he's calling his mother, he's calling out to his mother, Sonya, who was beyond earshot. Nothing more hurt me more greater, y'all, than seeing that mother on TV the other day saying she's going to have to live with that the rest of her life, knowing that her child called out her name and she was unable to answer. Every parent that send their kids to Atascocita, parents didn't expect to come pick up son up and have to drag him in the car because a dude that knocked him out. I just want y'all to pause for a minute out here right now for the mothers who have lost a child to violence. All of us, let's pause. Mothers who have lost a child to violence. Yes, I'm praying even for the families not on the news, Jimmy. I'm praying for the families not in the video. I'm praying for the families that don't get a hashtag. The ones that don't get a march like George Floyd did. They don't get a candlelight vigil. Parents, we love you. We got you. We're surrounding you with care and with compassion and with the grace of God. Jimmy, watching this video is troublesome. The Tyree, I didn't want to watch it, but I know I got to watch it because I got to watch the show. I'll never forget my girl. She said, Robert, I know you're not going to watch this. You don't like trauma porn. I said, yeah, I got to watch it. Watching the video is troublesome because it speaks, Jimmy, to so many unaddressed issues. Mr. Aaron, Mr. Warren, this was on my mind this morning. It ain't had nothing to do with you, sir. Apologize. We are going to have to deal with in our community. Y'all got to realize I had this Monday in my heart. This videotape just surfaced to me. Jimmy, y'all listen to this. How we have to deal with the fact that when we were protesting around George Floyd, okay? We were not just protesting against white police officers. We were protesting against bad policing. And I want y'all to get this straight to all you people who be on here telling me, there's a black dude did it. No. It don't matter what color they are. If they are operating in integrity and in a moral fiber of the same level of accountability that we hold the white officers to, we got to hold our black officers to the same standards, even higher standards. Jimmy, we witnessed black police officers function in the spirit of white supremacy. They were completely out of order. They showed us a picture of hyper masculinity that has gone unchecked for centuries. There was absolutely no reason, listen to me, for Tyree to be stopped, and all the more reason for him to be bludgeoned, for him to be kicked, for him to be punched. We got to ask, what is broken in those men? What was broken in those kids yesterday in the fights? What was broken? That they found satisfaction in hurting another brother. Unaddressed. And of those 5 of those guys, 3 of them guys were college educated. I want to say to you, thugs are not always on street corners. Sometimes we got thugs in suits and we got thugs in uniforms. And if we believe Black Lives Matter, that young man who got knocked out, his life matters to me. If we believe in Black Lives Matter, we believe it, and we don't care what color you are, who doing this to us. We got to hold the entire community to a standard of what is right, y'all. Chris Charles, come on. Leave that alone. These 5 police officers were charged. They were arrested, Jimmy. They were fired. And I believe that all of them should be fired and all of them should be charged. And the white one too. But I want to say to you on record, to all of y'all on record, the other day I said, where was the white officer who was holding the taser? How come his picture was not in the news? How come his name hadn't been called? Remember, I had this in my heart, Jason Peters, a while back. I had this to talk about Monday. Not only him, I want the emergency medical technicians who were standing around and did nothing for 23 minutes while our brother died. I want all of them charged. I want all of them prosecuted. I want all of them investigated. It just happened to have taken place in Memphis, my city. It's not just what has happened in Memphis, not what has just happened in Atlanta. It's taking place in Atlanta and Baltimore. It's taking place in Chicago. And listen to me, y'all. All of these units are gangs, are really gangs with badges. In case you didn't know. Has got to be disarmed immediately. Every mayor has got to answer. Every police chief has got to answer, Jimmy. If we were able to fight those black officers that quick, I want the white officers charged just as quickly. I'm talking about all over the world, just as quickly, just as swiftly, justice met at the exact same time. Y'all remember from our city, there was a lot of emotional currency after killing of George Floyd. And still, the passage of the George Floyd bill has not been passed. I want to issue a declaration to the Congress and to the Senate. Yes, that they pass the George Floyd bill immediately. Police officers can't just stand by and watch other police officers going rogue. Don't tell me you're a good cop when you watch bad cops go out of order. Everybody has to got to be held accountable. Ladies and gentlemen, our black men are under siege on every street corner and in school. Atascocita, yeah, I'm calling y'all out, and any other school that's happening to. Because somebody informed me that it's cool to the kids. Thank you for that information. But the police are paid. Listen to me, y'all. And Jimmy, I'm going to be short here. I got to get this out of my heart. But the police are paid by our tax dollars to protect and serve. And as a consequence, we should not have to live in fear of the people who are paid to protect us and stand on the front line for us. So while it is that my heart is going out for Tyree, my heart goes out for every black man in America, man, who got to worry in fear every time they see the police behind them. Every time they're pulled over, even when they can find probable cause. And I declare and decree that I'm telling y'all, God got to protect us. It's a critical time, y'all, in our community. It's a critical time for this nation. It's a critical time even for this platform. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm tired of hashtags, Jimmy. Mr. Barnes, I'm tired of hashtags. Craig Bynum, I'm tired of hashtags. I'm tired of watching videos. Where my man Slick Rick? I'm tired of watching videos where they're making violence against our people normal. I'm tired of it. But today is enough. Jimmy, I don't want another premature funeral to happen in our community. Hear me, y'all. Whether it's by the police or the Negroes on the street corner. Black death has got to come to an end, ladies, gentlemen. If there is a young black man around you, tell him you want to see him grow old. If there's a young black woman around you, tell her she deserves to grow old. I'm tired of our families only coming together for funerals. Mr. Barnes, why can't we just come together and celebrate life? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. For the last 3 years, Memphis has had over 300 murders a year. And y'all wonder why I don't move back there? We got to do better, Jimmy. I just had to get that out, man. That's been in me since Monday, man. You know how when stuff get in you, if you don't go use it in 3 days, it's gonna come up out of you. But I had to get that out. What else you got going on, man?
Yeah, we we're gonna ask everybody to share the show right now
Yeah,
to
it's a
your
good place to
timeline
share. Good place to share.
and to your friends.
Mhm.
Share the show if you would at this time. And it's a Chop Shop, the midday sports happy hour, best 120 minutes of your day. We for those newcomers, we on 12 to 2 Central Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. We uh we normally hit a lot of sports issues, but then social justice issues just creep out the pores in the process. So that's why you might get a little fired up from watching the Chop Shop from time to time. Now,
And
if you
Jimmy, we
just
can
tuned
add
in,
sports to it. Kendrick Davis got on social media and talked about it. The Memphis Grizzlies, Penny Hardaway, those guys saying this got to stop. Yo, just think about it. If your mama, if you can do everything in your household, can break stuff, knock stuff down, post stuff, and ain't nothing gonna ever happen to you, your mama ain't gonna never whoop you. That's what qualified immunity is. No matter what a police officer do to us, he can get away with it. So yes, sports got. Let me tell y'all something. A sports talk show. If you this show was derived of being in the barbershop. You don't just talk sports in the barbershop. You talk everything, politics, everything in the barbershop. But some of these things we got to talk about. What the hell is knowing how to play basketball, and then you gonna get somebody gonna whoop your ass when you walk out the gym. You know, at least y'all don't do this no more. Y'all, I was traumatized as a youth. When we left certain schools, especially when we won, let me tell y'all something. It was some bricks coming at us. Bricks hitting the brick. Y'all bus ain't never got brick. Jimmy, it was so, Jimmy, we knew we beat a certain school, you got to get in there and duck when you get on the bus. It is a grown man driving the bus and they don't care. So it ain't this disrespect just ain't happened. I don't know if y'all have ever got bricked before. We didn't got bricked. They called it bricked. You know, at least in Houston, y'all ain't doing that up here. But that's all. I had to share that because just sometimes we come on here, the people we'll talk sports. I mean, we can talk sports. But your kid got to live. He gonna go play. He got an hour and 50 minutes to play on basketball court. But what he gonna do in those other 22 and a half hours? Just want to know. It's something to think about. I'm unapologetic about what I share on this show. Unapologetic. And it's gonna be more than sports because I'm more than an athlete. I'm more than a sports. I'm more than a guy that just on here. It's so many complex levels to who I am. And if I just limit it to sports, I'd be doing me and the world a disservice. But yeah, Kelton said his bus got bus leaving Cashmere. Oh, okay. That's crazy, man. Kelton, you must have put that thing on the board.
First of all, Kelton Solomon. Kelton Solomon he's not being truthful with you.
Why?
Because one thing about people from Cashmere,
they ain't got no bricks.
No, we rocked. We didn't brick.
Oh, okay. So.
I mean,
okay.
it really was an art because we wasn't throwing the rocks to break the windows. We were throwing the rocks because to show how accurate you could throw a rock because it started from the train tracks. A lot of guys used to walk the train tracks to and from home. You get the rocks and you're throwing at different things. So when the bus would leave, the rocks, you didn't aim at the windows. It was an art to hit them truck, pop, pop, pop. You hit in the middle of the bus because you could have easily threw a brick. A brick gonna hit the window. A brick gonna make some damage. We wanted to make sure you knew you was leaving us without cause. And know why we use rocks instead of bricks? because the respect factor. We knew that we wasn't trying to kill you. We weren't trying to hit nobody and make them and make their head start bleeding. You could put it like this. Anybody right now from that you over if you're over 50 years old, of all the times your bus got rocked, how many times did the windows break?
Never.
You see what I'm saying? No, think about it.
Them
So that's what
windows
I'm
was
trying to
thick
tell you. I'm
though.
telling you the truth.
But we was still, Jimmy, I ain't gonna lie, man. I
Dude, they were
knew they was
50
trying
yards,
to
we was
break.
40 yards away, Hatter, 30 yards away,
I
and the
know.
rock hitting where it's supposed to go. Think about it. I mean, see, the people that didn't know how to throw rocks didn't even participate in that. It was your rock throwers. Every school had a crew that was going to show you it was an art throwing those rocks, and they were not going to bust the windows because those guys, those were your pitchers on the baseball team, so to speak. Those are your court.
Man, them pitchers wasn't that damn good. They didn't make it to the league or make it to
No,
college. So
no,
how in the hell them
you made
pitchers wasn't that good?
you made it to the street league. It was something about them rocks. Rock throwing could have been an Olympic sport. I mean, dude.
I shouldn't have brought up that trauma, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I just brought up some trauma that I had when I was a young kid. Man, Jimmy, I promise you, I know they was trying to get me.
But Wesley Yates Jr. say they got brick. Yes, Vidor. If people understand the history of that town called Vidor.
They gonna break shit. They break each
Vidor,
other.
Texas. That was some white black stuff. Yeah, they were trying to inflict harm on you. So your ass got bricked. Probably there. But did y'all brick Vidor when they came back to your school? That's the magic question.
I'm glad that, hey, y'all, I'm telling you, they brick down there. They wasn't throwing no damn rock. Maybe they couldn't find no rock. All we hear is bam, bam, bam. And bus driver, man, get us out of here, player.
Yeah, Darryl Bowen said they carry rocks in their pocket. Yo, seriously. Because certain rocks had you got to listen, we would go on a railroad track and pick your rocks for that night. I'm dead serious. Certain rocks, the ones that look like shells, they ain't gonna go far. You get them smooth jokers, you got all control over them.
It's just sad now I meet some of y'all. See, you was one of them damn rockers. I get a chance to meet some of y'all. Jimmy, how in the hell you gonna brick the bus, man? I mean, rock the bus. Explain to me what made you. What was your mentality?
You didn't do it to every school. It's only certain schools.
That's what I'm talking about.
That you knew was gonna get the rocking. And like I said,
why didn't y'all just go whoop them in the gym?
It wasn't trying to create. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. They just trying to aggravate.
You wasn't trying to inflict harm on the dudes. That was a statement saying, "Get the hell up out of our neighborhood." Y'all take your ass on home. I mean, it was a scare tactic. It was a fear factor.
I don't like this, Alpha Yo, but it's true.
Say. Hey, put Elvis in there too.
No, he killed this damn shit. No, Jimmy, he was on that narcotic.
He's on that old school league.
And a two, oh my goodness, man, it's crazy. But good. That's a good one. That was a good one, though, Alpha. Yo, I like that. You made me think a little bit.
Yeah, and Solomon said that was the key. Back then, it was an art, but it wasn't fighting. It wasn't trying to fight.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that was like a battle. That was like
Jimmy. I was still scared. Don't think I wasn't. Them mama hitting them, but dude. But I knew it was gonna happen. It's like this. Is what I'm talking about, the porn part, the child porn. I mean, the trauma porn. I knew I was gonna get hit, Jimmy. I knew they gonna at certain school. We know they gonna. And I'm just thinking about why didn't the parents just stop the kids? I guess we had some soft ass parents back then too, cause they knew they was gonna brick us. But let's change. What else we got out here, man? I think I got.
Yeah, man. Of course, we got some basketball news. Of course,
okay.
Adam, NBA, Luka drops 50 again. He drops 50 again. Are y'all hearing me?
You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell me. He good.
Yeah, yes, I understand.
Jimmy, I love to bring this up. And I'm going to find the pieces. People used to argue with me. Y'all remember, Coach, Trae Young's daddy came on our show, right? And people used to argue with me. People used to get mad and tell me, man, I wouldn't take Luka over Trae. I said, what? See, like I tell people, I had the advantage of going overseas and watching him when he was young. So I had a little bit of head start, right? But I ain't lying, Jimmy. I ain't know he was gonna do the NBA. Like, that's how he was doing them dudes over there. That man won the Euro Cup at 17 or 18 years old. Well, hey, Eric Boone, you was a Jimmy. I love it when my chop shop of the boom boom room use my words. Jimmy, I came on here the other day when he had the 60. I said, man, he just looked unbothered out there. And look at Eric using. Thank you. The dude kind of good, Jimmy. Now he has that rock a lot now, Jimmy. He got that rock in his hand the whole time now.
But he not playing. Last night was not a lot of minutes, Hatter.
How
And
many minutes he play?
that was a 2-possession game. That wasn't a blowout, 30-point blowout.
So he need every last one of them.
No, he only played 35,
No,
36
I said
minutes.
he needed every last one of them points to win the game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it didn't take but 24 shots.
What?
That's all he took to get 53 points.
Yeah, I didn't go. Y'all, you
Dude,
know
he
what I'm
played 36 minutes. It's a 48-minute game. He set out a whole quarter, Hatter.
See, Jimmy, while you was watching NBA, I was holding my main man. Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on, I got something for you now. Hold up. Don't think. I was in there doing my thing last night. Boy, he loved me. Oh, my goodness. But keep going.
Man, that man don't know you from Man on the Moon right now, man. Let's stop, man.
Hey, wait, hold up. We done FaceTime and I done seen him so much. Every time he hear my voice, his mama said, he just look up. Dude, I got a commanding voice, man. So for some reason, me and Chatterbox. Now tell me what you talk. Let's get back to Luka here. Let's see. Let me see what you
I mean, understand the efficiency of what he did last night. Understand it was the Detroit Pistons. But guess what? Every team in the league plays the Detroit Pistons at least one time.
Yes.
So that means that superstar got a chance to score 50 on them as well. Why didn't they score 50 on them? So that's the way I look at it.
I don't look at it. I don't even answer them questions no more. That's when you tell. That's when you know a guy don't know nothing about. You know what they said. You can't talk about basketball to everybody. That's why you have to say that. Keep going.
Then he had 8 rebounds, 5 assists in this game last night, and 5 for 11 from 3-point land. And in the process, he got into it with Jerome Allen, who's an assistant coach with Detroit.
I can understand
and
that.
They were smack talking from the beginning to the end of the game. He was giving it to him, and just like Luka got that. Understand, guys. Luka is one of the supreme shit talkers in basketball right now. He's not, understand, it's not old school. Certain ways you got to do it because so many cameras are in HD and they can read your lips more than better than the old days.
That's why the guys do this now.
Yeah, that's why they do that a lot. And they do that. So it's a way you gotta get it out there without people reading your lips. So that makes you good. That makes you a better shit talker if you're able to say it. And the average person, they just know you saying something. They don't know what you're saying unless you're sitting down there on that court. And he was giving it to Jerome Allen.
Whoa, Jimmy, hold on, stop, Jimmy. 17 or 24 from the field.
Yes, that's it. That's all it was. He was efficient. He scored 53 points. Dude, that, in 36 minutes in a 2-possession game.
And had 5 assists and 2 steals.
They were losing at the half. Dallas was losing at the half.
It's all right to lose at the half. That's why they got 2 halves.
I'm just saying, this was a game. It wasn't never like they was up by 30, you know.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Wow. Hey, dude, good, man. Hey, dude. Chris Walker get mad when I say this, but Jimmy, over the last 4 years, Jimmy, Giannis won 2 MVPs. Joker won 2 back-to-back. Embiid, if Embiid win or one, a lot of them it's going to be European or players not in the United States constantly winning the MVP race. It's unique. I guess ain't nothing we can do about it. But it's a hell of a topic. And why is these people?
I
Who else?
mean,
Please don't talk about LeBron. LeBron them got spanked by Kyrie last
no,
night.
I mean, no. You're speaking of MVP,
Uh huh.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
His performance against the Joker over the weekend
Mm-hmm.
was one for the ages. He
Mm.
dropped 47 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, right, in this win. And
He took that personal, Jim.
oh, it's been personal. Remember, they had to tone him down because he was came in the league a few years back. It was him and Whitehead, then him and a couple other players, and he would Embiid was very very vocal and active on social media and his comments and being thirsty at the same time. I'm quite sure he's going to watch this Super Bowl with his tongue hanging out because remember he tried his best to get with Rihanna. Remember that
Jim,
back in the
he
days or so.
dropped up. Jim, he dropped up. He got over. When you see what he got, he ain't thinking about Rihanna no more. I'm just telling you. Yeah, I'm just see. He already got money now. So get what?
Yeah,
When you see, have you seen MB's girl?
I mean,
Okay, okay,
I ain't saw that.
okay. All right. Okay, okay. I see you ain't seen it, but he ain't thirsty. He ain't thirsty. But guess what? Did you see all of them at the game? The Philadelphia, they were at the game. Philadelphia game. Kevin Hart was at the game. Some people were cheering for San Francisco. I forgot who's on the team was cheering for San. All the Sixers were at the game. A lot of them was at the game. James Harden, because he from the West Coast, he was cheering for who was that? The 49ers. So it's unique though. But no, he ain't thinking about y'all go look up Embiid girl. He ain't thinking about Rihanna no more. Shit, I would.
It's like one of the most last night. Of course, Philadelphia had the win streak snapped. They they fell to the Orlando Magic. Um, I'm looking right now at the box score, Adam, and
What happened? Oh, they good, Jimmy.
I mean Orlando is not a playoff team.
No, but Jimmy, they hard to guard. Did you hear what Jason Tatum said about them when they lost to them the other day? Jason Tatum said they are they remind you of Toronto with all that length, but they're longer and they hard to play against. That's why a lot of top teams have lost against their team. Go back and look at Orlando's win. A lot of top teams have problem with them. They said they super long. Everybody is long on the team. But keep on going. I just wanted to add that to you.
Looking, I see a DNP CD for RJ Hampton on this team, and I also see a DNP CD for Daniel House for Philly.
And,
Uh,
and that happens in the NBA.
oh, that definitely happens in the NBA, but RJ is in the third year, and this is it doesn't it look like
And I don't
doesn't look
think they
like
renewed. I don't think they picked up his. I
doesn't look
don't think.
like it's working
Yeah.
out for him now. It just don't. Um, this thing is hard. This league, and you guys are paying attention to these box scores. Guys are playing. They are playing a lot. Put it like this: Orlando played 5 players off the bench with double-digit minutes last night.
Mm-hmm.
5. So did Philadelphia. 5 subs scored double-digit minutes off the bench for both teams. That's a lot.
Jimmy, have you been watching Orlando this year? They've been
I
getting their
watched.
head tore off, but they are matchup problems for everybody. That's all I got to say. Matchup. Keep going.
Yeah,
Check the.
and
But you. So you were just trying to check and see what RJ Hampton is. Yeah, it's
yeah,
he's just out of that loop, Jimmy. Right now, man. It's just it gonna come a time. You got to work yourself back in, man. I'm putting this
Steph,
extra picture so we can see what was going on. I'm gonna show you a
Steph
picture.
Curry
Oh my goodness.
scores 38 and 12 with 8 rebounds in a win at OKC Thunder, opposite Shai Alexander, who finished with 31. He's had 30 points or more 30 times this year. They've played 50 games. He's scored over 30 times. And do you think that this game was personal for Steph Curry after watching that All-Star vote, and he almost got clipped by this young boy? This young boy get to thinking like, you know,
Yeah.
old school. I'm here now. I'm the new school. Get on back.
I even thought he got clipped. But guess what? Almost ain't good enough in nothing but horseshoes, baby. But Steph does take y'all. Steph is one of the most competitive dudes out there. Y'all be looking at that little old baby face. That dude, there's a straight. What Dion be saying? I want dogs. He's a straight dog. He's a dog. And he ain't no little chihuahua no more, Jimmy. He got his shoulders a little bit wider, and he punishing these guys, man. I am loving. Look at Corey. Corey that looked up. Hold up, Corey Henderson that looked up the MB's girl. I talk about we. Yes, he done looked up.
Speaking of last night, also De'Aaron Fox
That boy playing
continues.
that team.
He had 32 in a win over Minnesota, and Sacramento is about 7 games over 500 for the season.
Jimmy,
And they
tell me
have
what the key thing for this team is. I want to see that you look. It's a glaring thing
well,
about this team.
one of the key things is they got a new head coach who's
That's
been
it.
there.
Say no more. Say no more. That's it. I just wanted to know that's it. That's it right there.
He's
That's
been there, done that before, and he picked the right opportunity. He had other jobs he could have went into. He picked one that was right, that he didn't have to go far from where he was living at.
right.
And this thing, they had a lot of good young. That team is not old. That team is fairly young.
Yeah, it's really young. That Sabonis pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But then and that's the thing. And Fox, you can't just play off of him anymore. First came in, he's sticking those jumpers. Those jumpers are extended from 18 to 23 feet, and he's sticking that stuff fluidly.
And if you
So
get up on him, you already know what's gonna happen.
yeah. And that's the thing. Especially you think about all guys that are playing well, despite having a lot of turmoil and endured a lot of turmoil
In the career.
off the court. That's a testament right there. And those guys that affect him. This
Who
guy
had
here
some
had
turmoil off the court?
what? De'Aaron Fox.
What turmoil he had?
He had turmoil because you had to make a decision to fire.
That's a business decision. That ain't no turmoil. That
Yeah,
happens all the time.
but that agent was different. That agent was
Yeah.
like family.
Jimmy, it's business.
I understand that, but when business is mixed with like family, that's a hard
I'm
decision.
gonna put it like this. He seemed like he got better after that.
Exactly.
Okay, so it wasn't no turmoil. It just probably had sometimes in life, y'all. We got to realize everybody that ain't gonna be there throughout your life. Sometimes people gonna jettison. I tell you the analogy of the rocket ship. You need all these big old rocket boosters to get you up there, but the rocket boosters come back down to Earth. They come back down to Earth, and my young fella is soaring. So it's just business. It ain't got. I don't think he went through turmoil. I think he made a business decision and said, "Look, man, I need to get this. Cause guess what? If I got my business right off the court, then I can be better on the court." And I am so proud of him for standing up. And like you said, the friends and all that. Let me tell you something. Business though, business come first. You got to take care, cause it's his legacy. It's his legacy he got to look after. It's gonna be his name ultimately that we. So I'm so thankful that the owner, Dve, whatever his name. I'm just so thankful he got a coach like Mike Brown, all shucks coach. He one of them all shucks, all golly, one of them kind of guys that love defense and put guys in position defensively. That's who was the defensive stalwart with last year when who? Golden State was the number one defense in the country, in the world, and won the championship. Now that guy is down there implicating and said, Fox, you want to get better? Get better on this end. Get your guys to play defense. Get you more possession. You get De'Aaron Fox more possession, you know what he gonna do to you. So it just was a great marriage in the Sabonis. It's just great, man. I mean, I've been watching this team and watching this team and watching it because I want to see what Mike Brown bring to the table. And let me tell you something, coaching matters. Coaching matters. Don't y'all ever forget that. You know, man, what Kyrie said, man, me and KD don't need no coach. You just throw the ball at me. Me and KD, we don't need no coach. Coaching matters. So I'm glad you brought that up, Jimmy.
So now we go and take it over to the East Coast.
Uh-oh. Come on over here. Come on over here. Come over, talk about my team.
And I thought this was a hoax at first.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 22-year-old teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She's a coach of the JV team, assistant coach.
On the East Coast.
She impersonated a player and actually suited up and played in the game.
No.
Under the guise of a player. Yes.
Did she kill? Did
They
she
didn't
fall?
say. They didn't say.
I mean, if you're going to do that, if you're going to be 100 years old, you better come and take advantage.
This is at a high school.
That's all right.
Right? In Portsmouth, Virginia.
Oh, that's Virginia. I thought you said it's Portsmouth. Yeah. Jimmy, you know what Portsmouth is, right?
Yeah.
That's the place where they had the first.
That's where the NBA. That's where the NBA
first game. And Jimmy, you go to that city, you're gonna say, "What the hell they have it here for?" But I'll tell you why later.
You go to Charlottesville, you say the same. You say worse thing.
No, it ain't bad in Charlottesville though. But keep going.
Now, she's at Churchland High School.
Okay.
She didn't just she impersonated. I'm sorry, I said high school. She impersonated a 13-year-old player.
Middle school girl.
Yeah.
They got a picture of her?
They won't show the picture of her. That way you know. Her name is Alicia Barkins.
Hey, Alicia. Alicia, if you watch it,
that name kind of threads the needle. Her name is Alicia.
Alicia, she might have been a sister then. She
could have been.
Got her little old ass right. I just want to know how many points she had.
Hold on, I think I see a picture of her. A video. Hannah. I think I see a video of this.
We ain't got enough bandwidth for me to whoop the video up there right now.
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to get them to show me which one.
Oh, okay.
This girl, I want to know what
Did she have a reason why she did it?
Huh?
She have a reason why she did it?
She didn't got fired. I know that. She's no longer employed. So, I made her go and suit up.
Dude, I got to see that, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
What was I thinking? So no parents from the team attended the game?
She had 5 parents. She had 5 parents.
She had 5? That's it?
That's it? Corey messing with you. You talking about parents.
That's all she had?
Hey man, y'all got me messed up, man. Y'all just got me. Y'all, Jimmy, why you bring that up, man?
So
you're wrong for that. You're wrong for that. Hey, Jimmy, my homeboy, gonna be coaching in the All-Star game, man. So you know I got access, but I don't know if I want to go to Utah. But but then the other partner, he said he gonna be in Utah. They got the party back on. I might have to put you on assignment. Which one? Who?
Our dude who handles the party. Who handles the party for the NBA guy that throws all the big parties at the All-Star.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's easy.
Huh?
You know what though, Jimmy? When I go to All-Star games now, if a party, I know if it ain't private, I ain't going.
No, I'm saying, but this party right here, you can't get it. You know, what I'm talking
Oh, the Players Association.
about.
Oh,
Look
so
at
the
that shirt.
Players
Look down this.
Association. So you saying the Players
No,
Association?
not that party. Look at your shirt.
Oh, this party. Not
No,
that party.
it's the guy who throws the party. That guy runs that party and
Okay.
does all of the lists.
I thought they'd be doing that at the at the Final Four. I ain't never heard of them doing nothing.
No, it's All Star. It's only All Star.
I don't, Jimmy. I be at the Nike stuff, at the Jordan
No,
party, stuff like that. See, you
understand
go
that, but
everywhere.
that party is the party of the weekend.
No,
At
sir.
All Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of the other stuff is corporate, is industry stuff. This thing here is the one that have all the folks that have all the flavor in there. And
I thank you. You Kenny Smith party usually be the best part I go to.
that's what I'm talking about. Hannah. What you think I'm talking about? Look at your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay,
That's the best party at the All-Star game.
Absolutely. There, I already got my invitation.
That's
But
the best.
yeah. I got you. You threw me off when you talk about. I thought it was Under Armour. Now I know what you're talking about. Now I connected the dots. Good. Say no more. I'm good. Now you done froze up on me, man. Come on, man. Get back in there. Get back in there. The only live party. But you know what? And I'm going to tell Kenny, his party is good. The party he had, let me tell y'all something. Jimmy, is you going to come back? Yeah, thank you. Can we get him back in there, y'all? Lord, can we get him back in there? Yeah, we'll get him back in there. Let me get me on the screen by myself right quick. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all got him on this one. Kenny Smith, yeah. TNT. He hadn't been doing it really because of the pandemic, but I guess it's back on. That's what he talking about. I don't know how that slipped my mind. See, y'all partying. When you get to be a granddaddy, you ain't thinking about no damn party no more. You feel me? You know, I ain't going out there just for no party. I'm going out there to work. And if it's an opportunity for me to get some work, I'm going out there. I'm not going way out there for no party. I'm just telling you that. No, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. It has been some private parties that rivals Kenny's. Cause what I did, I left Kenny's one day because somebody said, "Man, I'm gonna go over here and over here," and yeah, but you ain't gonna hear about them parties. So, and I ain't gonna tell y'all about them parties. So that we'll go. But he had one party at the Paramount Studios. That thing that was epic, man. Just think about it. You're having a party on a movie set where, where the buildings, like you got the city of New York here, and Paramount Studios got all of this stuff. Yeah, y'all be thinking they be in New York, but the building's right there, and but it was just unbelievable. I just never forget. They take care of me when I go there. Him and his staff are absolutely great. Brand Jordan event is great. Yeah, it's very, especially now since Mike been an owner, and it was better when Mike was just not an owner yet. But since he became an owner, it's a little bit different. They got Utah though. Don't let people sleep on Utah. Utah is a great place. Well, blue heaven ain't heaven right now, man. It's the sun is out, but it's cold as hell. Right, Wells? Right, well. Man, I can't take my baby out for no walk, man. Let me see. Y'all, I love y'all today. I can't be so much happier. It's 62 degrees right now. And that's how it's gonna get. It's gonna get to 65. So he said, "Don't worry, you don't have to go to All Star. Kenny having one here for the 5." No, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. It ain't the same, Doc. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You had to wear black at Michael Jordan's party. Well, that particular party. Jimmy. I never forget, Jimmy. I pulled up there and I had on a gray suit, sharp as a dog, Jimmy. And they said, "Well, Mr. Hatter, I know you're on the list and I know you're invited, but you can't come in until Michael get here." I wasn't waiting on Mike, Jimmy. I said, "I'll be right back." Jimmy, all I had to do was go upstairs and put on the black suit and come back downstairs. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. I'm going to check because that party there. Again, Jimmy, guess where the party was at in Vegas? Your favorite hotel, the Bellagio. I shouldn't be telling people that because they're gonna be stalking. You got to get a new hotel, Jimmy, because people might stalk you at that hotel. But yeah, but Utah is a nice place, man. When I tell y'all, you know, I don't know, you're gonna have a lot of people out there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be snow. You bring if I get a chance to go, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to pattern my stuff, Jimmy, around TSU. And what I got, once I make a commitment, it ain't. I don't care about anything else. So I probably go early in the week because it's more fun early in the week. I don't know if y'all ever know this. It's more fun early. It's more relaxed. It's more relaxed early on like that. Because Jimmy, they widen the weekend out to give the players the work. I mean, give the players the rest. So when the players start, coming in one by one, back like that, and it's a little bit different. A little bit different. But what else? Now, what was you talking about before you got so clicked off?
I think we was talking about I think the coach or whatever, but you
Mm-hmm.
know,
We was talking about Kenny. We was talking about Kenny's party too.
oh yeah, Kenny in the party. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. That's going on in South Lake. Also, as we shift gears,
Okay.
college basketball.
Okay.
Of course, I watched some of that Southern game last night. Southern beat up on Jackson State. Jackson State made a push to cut it down to single digits.
I don't like Southern no more. I used to like them.
Why you
I
don't
liked
like?
them when they were losing.
I mean, they got the two kids from Houston on there, so that's why I
I
root
don't.
for
Yeah, you guys with you. I'm with TSU. I don't like Southern no more. It didn't piss me off. It didn't piss me off. That's
them.
all right. But guess what? They can have that good record all they want. Mess around, go to that tournament, get their head tore off.
What's thing got a tech last night? Woods for bumping the referee.
What?
Game. Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
Woods better slow it down now.
It was some clean dirt. He was out of bounds,
Mm.
and he turned his back, and the referee ran into his back. And the referee gave him a tech saying he did it on purpose, but you couldn't prove he did it on purpose on the thing.
No, Jim, hold up. Hold up. Let me make a quick pivot because I saw this and I didn't think I'd ever see this. Did you see what Patrick Beverly crazy ass did the other night?
Oh yeah, yeah.
No. You talking about with the camera?
Yeah.
Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, in case y'all didn't know, he made the ref didn't make the call, right? For LeBron or whoever. Patrick Beverly went and got the photographer's camera and brought it back to the ref and told the ref, look at that ref, looked at that. Man, did you see the way the ref looked at him, Jimmy? Oh my God. I wish I had to take that one. That was crazy. So let's get back to Southern.
And of course, Rob Visa says Southern and Grambling might win the SWAC regular season, but come tournament time, be wide open. Yeah, and Grambling loses last night to Alcorn, and both of them had the same record. They were 6-2, played each other. Alcorn got the win. That's gonna once again, whoever wins the SWAC, it's gonna be deceptive because teams like TSU and Prairie View will be fully healthy by then. And it's going to be a tough out, either one of them. It's just going to be it's going to be tough. Whoever wins that SWAC going to hit a run and get to playing peak basketball in March. Also, and we speaking of which, regards to the standings of the SWAC, who's that? Southern is in first right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they first.
They're in first.
Alcorn second.
And Alcorn second, and Grambling and Pine Bluff are tied in for third place.
Dude, we out of the 8. Dude, golly. Well, we ain't but a
TSU.
TSU, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, all right. They're 3-6. They one game from being. Understand? It's
Yeah.
4 teams at 4-5.
Right.
TSU is 3-6. That means you one win away from being in the 5th and the 6th seed right now. You know, or
Jimmy.
tied.
Jimmy. Hey, y'all leave Jimmy alone. Jimmy ain't from Mississippi. He don't go to Mississippi that much.
I say Alcorn.
He like Al. He like
Alcorn.
Alcorn. It looked like an Al in corn.
The
Y'all
Chop
leave
Shop.
him alone. And give Jimmy, no. And Tanya, you know them hold up. Those HBCU people got right in your ass quick.
Yeah.
Tanya from Jackson State and Kevin
There's
Ray.
them more Mississippi folk. Them more red clay, red dirt folk down there. Yeah, that's what it is. And what else I had for y'all? I had something else for y'all. We promised. If you're checking right now, it's 40 minutes past the hour on the Chop Shop. I'm gonna ask you guys to share the show if you haven't done so already. We promised to go and continue some of the conversation because it's an ongoing conversation from yesterday. And Hatter, the initiator of the tweet, said that it is totally okay to use his name. It's totally okay. He not trying to hide behind it. So when you get back, he wants you definitely to mention that we was talking about possible solutions. I gave you guys some homework assignment on yesterday, and Al, you remember what that was?
What, say it again? You wanted to find some solutions for summer basketball because somebody said that Houston's number one problem is people ain't
Well, he
got.
said, no. Okay, let me stop right there.
Okay.
He says it's totally okay for you to use his name, and when you on the
Okay.
tweet,
I just don't
he
like
said,
to use people's name.
he said, I'm
And the
saying he
reason
reached
I
out.
didn't, because hold up, stop. People didn't send. They just sent me the tweet. They sent me the copy and paste and send it to me. They didn't send me who did it. Who said
Okay.
it first? At first, when I told you, that's when I found out who it was. You found in the beginning when they sent it to me, and I said, "Well, no, I just read the tweet, and you knew who it was." So evidently, I mean, it's not that's not important, but
No, but I'm just saying, he just a person that's out of respect.
Mhm.
He said you can definitely say his name because he stand. Excuse me, guys, and he stands by his tweet. So,
Okay.
um, and we were talking about solutions, possible solutions,
Mhm.
and I asked you guys on yesterday to.
I'm listening.
I'm looking at reading some of the comments.
Uh-huh.
Aaron Fox said, "Don't talk shit about Mississippi, man."
Oh.
Aaron Fox.
Oh.
One thing people in Houston ain't never been worried about was nobody from Mississippi.
Oh, yes, y'all. Well, y'all better.
Shit.
They be worried about this one from Memphis, though. I don't know. They be worried about this one from Memphis. And Mississippi is right across the border, so hey, same thing, same flavor. You know what I'm
We
saying?
ain't,
We
we
got
ain't
the
never been.
Mississippi River runs down the
We just
side.
poke, we
Huh?
just poke fun in Mississippi
Yeah,
for
no, I'm messing with you. Hey, Jimmy,
poke fun.
let me read it. Because
We,
I want people to
we
know.
love
I
we
pulled
love
up.
the folks in
I pulled
Mississippi.
up the tweet. Houston, see, this has in my thing. Can y'all see that? It said mailbag tweet. That's how somebody sent it to me, Jimmy. Houston, that's how they sent it to me, just like that, without a name on it.
Okay.
That's how they sent it. And they say Houston's number one problem. No one ever has a solution. Just talk about what's wrong. But we supposed to talk about what's wrong. Shit, some people don't know what's wrong, and who, and some people don't know who, and what. Some people don't know what. So we got to talk. So what are some of y'all solutions? But Jimmy, what is Houston's number one problem? He said nobody. See, this was this was a paradox. The more I look at it, because according to him, Houston's number one problem is no one ever have a solution. A
According
solution
to
for
who?
what? Huh?
According to who?
The guy you just said the tweet. The guy the tweet.
I'm saying he said it's okay to say his name. You still ain't said his name.
According to Dion.
Okay. So according to Dion, and as you were saying, nobody has solutions. Right? And this is what we talked
Houston's
about.
number one problem. Let's get the problem. I don't give a fat rat's ass what somebody said that I can say nobody's name. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the problem. Houston's number one problem is no one has a solution. What solution? What solution do you need? What is Houston's number one problem? Nobody have a solution? Think about that. Since you want to call his name, hold up, let me read it again, y'all. So maybe y'all can make some sense out of it. Let me put it back up. Maybe y'all can. Houston's number one problem. No one ever has a solution. Houston's number one problem. No one has a solution. So if I ask you, Lando Harden, what is Houston's number one problem in summer basketball and high school basketball? Would your answer be, no one ever has a solution?
It's going to take him a while for the answer. It's on a delay, so it's going to take him.
No, I'm asking. Since you were talking about it last night, Jimmy, tell me what's the problem. Since y'all was someone talking about it.
Well, remember yesterday I mentioned that.
Whatever it is, I don't care. What's the number one problem?
But the problems is gonna vary from different people.
What's the number one problem?
Well, it's
going to vary from each people. So that's just here. So, okay, forget his problem. Landon R1, what's your number one problem? Herb Baker, what's your number one problem? Alfio Beasley, what's your number one problem?
Yeah, then as you...
Wesley Yates, I want to see your number one problem. I ain't worried about that.
Then we find the common denominator from
anybody that has a problem with summer basketball and high school basketball. What's your number one problem? Tanya, if you have a problem in Memphis, what's your number? Rod Wells, you watch enough games. What's your number one problem? Kevin Freidman, if you watch enough games, what's your number one problem? See, I'm finna get to it. I ain't finna play with y'all. I ain't finna go on the phone and talk about nobody. I'm finna ask right now. What's your who else? I'm trying to see who else be on there in summer basketball. Aaron Fox, what's your number one problem? You had a team. You got a program. What's your number one problem? I'm talking to the people. In case y'all don't know, I'm calling you to the front of the room. Trey Phillips, what's your number one problem? Let me see who else. Robert Visa, you see a lot of, high school basketball. What's your number one problem? I'm going through it. Thaddeus Moody, you in Chicago. What's your number one problem? But you don't know about Houston, but give us a problem they have in Chicago. Maybe it can be one we can solve here. See, I'm asking all these. Kelton, what is your number one problem? You've been through it with your son. I'm just going through the list. Simeon Sims, you always seem to have something to say. What's your number one problem? Because everybody, it varies. Jimmy said, it varies. Corey Henderson, you're a high school coach. I wish Coach Woods was on here. What's your number one problem? Ken Gamble, you should be the first one talking about it. Mark Edwards, you should be the first one. Jimmy, I'm just calling the guys so they can.
Some are starting to answer and fall in with answers.
Okay, I'll keep Kevin Jones.
That's why now we go to the core of it. That was my suggestion, because my hint was there's going to be varying answers. And then
Angel,
once we get the
Angel.
value,
I want Angel. What's your number one problem? Let me keep calling everybody. I just want people to know we're talking to them. Because I want a lot. Jameson Morrow, what's your number one problem? You had a daughter in it. What's your number one problem? In
yeah.
Houston, summer basketball. Now let's go. Now,
And so,
okay.
and some of the comments you can flash
Let's
them on
start.
the screen because
Let's
everybody
start where
not
we
seeing.
go. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's see where I can start. Wait, I think, hold up. Him. All right. No, Herb talking about he drove out with his Jackson. Herb be giving us some great story. He definitely worried about nothing quicker letter. What I think we got, hold up. Let's see. Landon said he think we got to the bottom line yesterday. Grassroots scene is getting too watered down with all of these tournaments on the same day. Hmm. Hmm.
So that's
Hmm.
one. So
I like that one.
let
Hmm.
me
You gonna write that down?
I'm gonna keep me on Exhibit A on this date, and we're gonna put this in the Chop Shop file. I want to take of all of the common denominators. One, too many tournaments,
Mm-hmm.
too many events,
On the same, he said on the same day.
same day. Okay, that's one. Let's go to the next one. What's the next
Hold on, let me
one?
go.
I'm, and this is a sincere. Remember, this is an impromptu conversation. We're not. This is not scripted.
You told him to do
So
your homework.
yeah, let's totally do the homework and put some more on the screen as they come in
Okay,
order.
I'm trying to
There's
see. Let
several
me see where
people.
I want to go first. I'm. They talking about catfish on here, y'all. I asked coaches being. Hold on. Thank you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I didn't call your name. Thank you. Coaches being given the head coach position, who's only a teacher.
I don't
Uh,
really understand that one
but
all the
but but
way.
but you got to be a teacher to become a head coach at
Yeah,
public schools, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you got to help me with that one, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you
it's
get their main Jimmy. Let me help him. Your main function at the school, you're being an educator, you're a teacher. You get a stipend to coach. So your main job, your main job is a teacher. So Jeffrey, we can talk about that later. Okay. Oh, he said rankings. What is what, Mr. Fox? Explain to me what rankings do. Do
yeah.
What's the problem with rankings? Cause I'm telling y'all, serious coach, I don't know. I might just see. I ain't never been caught up in the rankings. I ain't never called nobody and tell them, man, you ain't got my son ranked. Cause where my son went to school didn't depend on what nobody said about it. It depends on what daddy can do for him, right? So I just hope a lot more dads get that. Just get that. Said, man, let me work my ass to put myself in a position where I don't need these guys' help. So, but what you mean, Mister Fox, about rankings, man? I'm curious. I just want to know, man. I want to know. Could you explain that one? He'll be a while. Okay, on that one. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We'll wait on
Yeah,
Mr. Fox.
I'm writing some of these stuff down. I'm
Okay.
writing
We'll wait
all
on.
of them
Okay.
down.
Let me go back. Then Landon said 2 minute tournaments claim to be it tournaments and folks making claims. Oh, that's the same thing. And
That's the
folks
same thing.
making claims they can't live up to. Yeah, that's a
They
big
live up
problem.
to
That's a big problem.
folks.
That's a big problem.
So folks lying
So folks lying
about
about the tournament. Okay.
folk
Folks lying.
folk lying about
The
the
tournament,
event.
what the tournament can do for you.
I'm
See,
just gonna put the word events instead of
see,
tournaments because
now
it can be
okay. Now I understand why a man like Glenn, what's Glenn's last name?
Schmidt
Glenn Bishop.
or
He just
Bishop.
told me, Hatter, I'm just frustrated. People tell you to do this, and people tell you to do this, and people tell you, and none of this stuff, and all these people are saying, man, I felt his pain, and that's one of the reasons I talk about stuff like this, because I felt that dad's pain, doing everything everything he can, and if people lying to him, and so we got the Jimmy. Did you put a stop? How you gonna stop people from lying though? You can't. That ain't how the solution. Shit, the Supreme Court up that line, the Congressman up that line, the president, that last president. Oh my goodness! And Joe Biden old ass and told some lies. So let me go. Let's go. Let's go against Robert had not enough teaching our kids the game. Okay, not enough teaching our kids the game, Jim. That's a problem,
Not
Jimmy.
enough teachers
Teacher,
teaching our kids the game.
teachers teaching our kids the game. Okay. Not enough people that know what the hell they doing, Jimmy. Jimmy, can I put this? A lot of people that don't know what the hell they doing is out here trying to get teams. Put that one on me. So I know this is gonna get out there. Yes, yes. Share
Come
the
on.
show. Jimmy, I'm like Jimmy, because I don't never share the show.
Yeah, share the show right now. I mean, this is understand. This is open, and I got a couple of them queued up in the thing in the chat for you.
I just got them all in line. I got them in line.
Okay, come
So
on, let's go
all
to the
right,
next.
so okay, we're good. We'll get had not enough tea. Okay, athletes don't want to run in practice to get an edge. That no, I don't agree with that one, man. Uh, I'm trying to find that content one from you, Jim. You know, I got to move. I got stuff moved all around. Okay, I see. All right, I read. Damn, somebody wrote a novel here. Shit, Robert Beasy, you wrote a damn novel. Hold on. He said, I think what has contributed to the madness is when ranking fifth graders became a thing. It resulted in parents wanting their baby to be in the rankings. There, from there, it led to parents investing in skill development, which
At
is
an
not
early
a
age.
which is not a bad thing. They do it in tennis and they do it in golf. At an early age, they do it in tennis and they do it in golf. If you don't get in early in tennis and you don't get early in golf, you're damn near done. So then all of a sudden you have these traveling select teams of fifth graders. I remember back in the day, where it ain't back in the day no more. The further youth travel at the ages north, south, east, west side of town. Maybe an occasional trip to another city, Dallas and San Antonio. Okay, okay, all right. So what you call that one?
That's
What you put
that
that
goes
under
up
the
under
head?
the category and got so expensive. But it still varies from the rankings because the rankings was the carrot that everybody would dangle on the track. Come to my event, get ranked as a fifth grader, get ranked as a sixth grader, and
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
you
okay. See, I don't, I
so
don't know about
funny.
all.
You know what's so funny, guys,
Mm-hmm.
is that the person who's solely responsible
Mm-hmm.
for being the first in the United States of America to routinely, excuse me, rank sixth graders. That person is no longer in the business.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of his claims to fame. He used to rank those kids. He
Okay.
would have them on his website, and that was Clark Francis with the Hoop Scoop.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Francis was very, very popular. But once you saw him, it was like, how does this dude have there was nothing that you saw or heard him, if you heard him speak, that would give you reason to believe that he understands anything about our culture, because most of our kids are playing this stuff. That like what like, do you really, really know what you're doing? But he did it, and he became popular, and people would subscribe to his stuff, and most of the time, everybody who was number one in the sixth grade ended up not being in the top 100 when they were in the 12th grade.
So that's a problem in Houston.
Now, that was a nationwide problem.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
was a
'cause
nationwide
you know how I
problem.
am, man. I like to stay on task. I want to know what the problem
Remember,
is.
in that same Clark Francis, we had a couple of guys from Houston that was ranked number one on his rankings. Fendi Underbun was ranked number one.
J.
Right?
Michael Reese was.
J. Michael Reese was ranked number one in the sixth grade by Clark Francis. Uh, uh, DJ Griggs was ranked number one in the country.
Okay.
Bryce Griggs' older brother, number one in the country. Number
Mhm.
one in the country.
Mm-hmm.
These are just guys from Houston that Clark had number one in the country as fifth, sixth graders. That, like, when they got old, it was like nothing. I'm like, and that stuff psychologically,
We
it
got a
mess a
mama.
person up.
We got a mama. Thank you, Tanya. I want to ask Bettina. She live in Memphis. What's her number one problem with summer basketball and or summer basketball? Or we call it AAU basketball, high school basketball. Your son is pretty good. I want to know the biggest problem. Let's keep going. Jimmy, I got some more. I got boy.
Come on, what you got?
I
I'm gonna
got
write them on down.
what I got them. I got them. Hold on, I'm trying to see 2-minute tournaments. How to teach? Okay. Herb said, the only issue I have is guys that speak on the way certain people do things, but cannot pick up the phone to call a coach on behalf of a player. Wait a minute, Herb. Y'all got to help me decipher that one. The only issue I have with guys that speak on on the way certain people do things. That's vague. But cannot pick up the phone to call a coach on behalf of the player. So you speak on what the coach does, but instead of calling the player. Is that what he's trying to say? Mindy, what Mindy? She good at interpreting what people trying to say. Did you read that, Jimmy? Or you done froze up?
Which one? Which one?
With her. I just put up with her. All right.
Yeah, I'm missing
kind of vague.
Missing
Herb.
something on that, Herb. Need you to elaborate.
Yeah, that was kind of vague.
What's the next one?
Let's see. I got another one. Are fundamentals taught since elementary and middle school, or do schools depend on AAU? I went to a tournament in Atlanta, and I noticed the same thing there. These kids were in the 8th grade and had no idea what the defensive side of the ball was. Wow. A lot of people just want their kids to play the game, Jimmy, and just out have fun. So everybody ain't trying to get, I don't think, everybody, basketball is a fun, can I stop here? Basketball is a fun game, man. It teach teamship. Everybody, not 99% of the people ain't gonna be great. So all of us, everybody else playing, we just playing. We just playing to be playing. You follow me? Everybody ain't gonna be De'Aaron Fox. No. Most people ain't gonna be De'Aaron Fox. He's the 1%. It's 99% of us, me and everybody on this feed included, that Herb played professional, but everybody don't get a chance. So basketball is a fun game just to play, even if you don't know how to play it that good. You get exercise running up and down. So it's a fun game today. Now, when you planning on getting serious, that's why I said let these young kids have fun. And let them, my take, I like that one, but what I did, I found out if my son, if you like this game, I'll never forget, Jimmy, I told him, I said, look, player, I enjoy watching you play football. If you want to teach me, if you want me to teach you how to play this game, I'm going to be hard on you. Because this is a game I know and I played, so I'm going to teach you the right way, and it ain't going to be nice. So you go over there and play football. I'm going to be daddy, rah-rah, with my pom-poms. But you come over here, and I don't want your mom. Let's get up in a pack right now. Your mama can't interfere with this. So if this is what you want to do, tell me you want to do. And that's when we got serious about in the, in the 8th grade. Because he said he lacked the fact that people always thought he was just a good football player. He started lacking the fact that people like him as a basketball. It brought his self-esteem up. That's why I said, I don't know. I think the problems we're having is not with the young people having fun. We're having problems that the people who trying to feed off the top. And that's where I think the problem and the disconnect from. People trying to vie for your dollars, your video dollars, your event dollars, your training dollars, that's where the problem. So I just want to streamline this because we'll be talking all day, and it's 2:05. It's 2:05 where y'all at. It's 12:05, and young fella gonna hope when he wake up, If I get that call and he wake up, it's over. So it's over. So check this out. I'm trying to help. Let's stream like this. Well, I think Courtney Dion, when he made this tweet, I don't know why he made the tweet. Maybe, Jimmy, you should have asked him. Or did you ask him since you talked to him? Why did he say that? Why did he make the tweet? Now he gonna freeze up on me. Oh, Lord have mercy. Joni, they killing me over here. They killing me over here. Hey. Y'all see when y'all know I got to ask that question. Let me see if anybody said something good because I had a lot of questions many segments ago. Oh, Jimmy, you back. Come on, say something. What did he say he meant by that?
What did who? Her?
Courtney Dion, the guy you talked to on the phone. You talked to on the phone.
Oh. No, he just sent a text message. I didn't talk to him. He sent a text
What the text message? Did you ask him why you sent that shit? I mean, why you tweeted it?
No.
Okay. See, that's the difference in me. I want to know why. So now we got to determine if there's a problem in Houston, right? If there's a problem. So we just use his as a baseline. I'm thinking, so problems at the lower levels, y'all. Parents, y'all let them little kids have fun. Now, if they show some promise, if they real tall, then you need to call. You need to make a call. If they real tall, y'all can see I made it rhyme. If they're real tall, you need to make a call. So we're gonna make sure he be properly developed. Because in the game of basketball, all you got to do is go look at the last drafts. Don't too many people 6 foot under get drafted. So they like 6'6", 6'7", 6'6", 6'7". That 6'6", 6'7" is the best. 6'8", that's the best height to have. But Jimmy, you about to say something?
I mean, I was looking at some of the comments and
okay.
I was writing them down, and I want to keep these, and I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed anything.
Okay. Did you get Bettina Brown?
No, what she say? Put it on the.
She said, let me see. Did you get this one?
I didn't write who wrote it. Okay, this is our first year of high school. So new to that, but in early years, I've experienced a team is created. Y'all practice, but when it's time to play a game, especially out of town, they bring in new different players. So that's her problem is teams seeking
bringing them ringers in.
Well, a lot of times I can help provide understanding, Mrs. Brown, on that. I'm not a coach, but I can understand what happens during the course of a season. There are a lot of teams that may have fees, and there are some kids that may not be able to afford, or for some reason their fees don't get paid. Well, and let's say if that kid is not part of one of the top 2 players on the team, he becomes expendable. That's one thing why you can see a change of personnel. 2 is if your team is not winning a lot, then the McDonald's don't taste as good after the game for some of these young kids, talking about those little babies. So coaches always looking to upgrade. When they get to high school, it's going to be the same way. When they get to college, it's going to definitely be the same way. So the upgrading of players is something that's part of it, unless when you're playing on travel teams that are trying to go out of town at least once a month. That qualifies as a travel team. There are a lot of leagues, as Hannah just said a while ago, in various cities. Those kids it's rec ball. They're not concerned about trying to get ranked. They're not concerned about going to make the McDonald's game. It is merely just playing some basketball and befriending others who are your same age from your community. There are some leagues like that. Now, what happens is that's why I recommend most people to start at a young age. Because no matter what, you're going to meet the people that live near you.
And he's going to play, and little Johnny going to play. They got a certain amount of, everybody got to play the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now what that does is parents get to meet other parents who live in that community
Mm-hmm.
as you would never have met them. And you get to meet people in the physical sense, especially we talking about a generation that has had a person that has a a 6-year-old, 7-year-old kid right now. Those people are probably in their mid to 20s to their 30s for the most part. So those people who they are meeting are like age similarities. They're not 50 years old with the 6-year-old kid for the most part. Most parents on that team, right? And yeah, Tanya, I'm gonna try one of them. I don't have a reason to hardly go to Starbucks because I don't do coffee, but I'll try one of those things that you mentioned, Miss Tanya Faulkner. Uh, I'm looking at some of the comments and I'm scrolling through a lot of them, and I'm reading. I read a couple of them out loud from people that hasn't been mentioned yet, and Landon Ardoin said the folks pretending to be coaches and robbing the little dribbler crowd, selling them hoop dreams instead of just some weekend fun. Yes, but you as the grown up, those people, those grown folk can't. I'm gonna be advocate on the other side, the devil's advocate. Those people cannot approach your 8-year-old kid, 10-year-old kid with a hoop dream unless you allow them to. They can't trick you after watching the Chop Shop unless you allow them to. You have to open up the gate and let them in. Or you can say, no, thanks, we're good. Now, one way to tell in that rec league, if your son start playing that rec league and he's totally dominating the rec league, I'm talking about just dominating it, like to the point where people got to question his age, then it's time for him to move on because he's going to get bored if he's that good in basketball with his peers. But the thing is, so many people and so many parents, they feel the need. Remember, they use this basketball as a variation of daddy daycare. So you figure while your son is at practice, that's happy hour time for you. Your son going to go play here. That means that's more now you can go and do this. Well, either you're all in or all out. That's why I tell you try the rec ball first. Because with rec ball, they're gonna play once a week, twice at the most. Some are gonna be weeknights, week evenings. You're not gonna be stuck in the gym all day long with rec ball. And guess what? Everybody's not concerned about those kids are going home to study. Some of your teammates, they ain't studying about going and getting the try. You will be able to tell. And you say, and everyone see your daughter do well, just not better than their sons or daughter. Yeah, that's jealousy then. That would be that would describe that, Heather, what you just put on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just putting on that with Wesley Yates. I'm just putting on.
Everyone wants to see your son or daughter do well, just not better than theirs, unless it benefits
I
their
see a
agenda.
lot of that, Jimmy.
So that would go up under jealousy.
Yeah, I see a lot of that. Yeah.
So jealousy.
Uh,
See, I'm not writing who says it. I'm just writing
right.
the different
Okay.
answers. So that way I'm not
Check this
concerned.
out.
That's not important,
Yeah.
as important to me as who's saying it. There are a number of people in this city that
Yeah.
sit around and speak on the way things are done in group chats, but don't have any relationships that can help kids get to the next level. Well, the thing is, on that herd, everybody has somebody in their cell phone.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, if you have a kid that's 5'2" and you're trying to tell a person that Jerome Tang, because you know Jerome Tang, and let me call Jerome Tang at Kansas State for this 5'2" kid that's in the 9th grade that you're trying to build his self-esteem. Okay, it's nothing wrong with telling that mother or that father, hey, look, I understand. We're just gonna make this call, and this coach gonna make him feel good to make him do better in school. You could tell the parents that, but when you tell the parents, Coach Tang, Coach Tang say, yeah, we want you to come be a part of the program. Now you go on social media and go tell the world that Kansas State and offered your 5'2" kid. that's where the problem becomes, because now you put on social media, the preacher see it, the deacon from the church, the usher board lady sees it. So now when you go to church on Sunday, hey boy, that's my pooper right there. You're going to Kansas State. So now you don't know how to say no. You got to just keep living that lie for the next 4 or 5 years. And then when the time to go to college, what happened to Kansas State? And you got to look your head, put your head down. We start telling the truth, more of the truth to these people. And trust me, they can live with it. They can live with it, man. I believe these people can live with it. We just ain't gotta sell bull crap to people. Wesley, yes, the biggest problem with some basketball is hidden agendas. Hidden agendas. Well, so guess what, Wesley A?
But he said from
There are
everybody,
ways.
Jimmy. From parents,
I mean,
coaches, go ahead.
right now, this is a parent of the number one ranked player in Greater Houston.
Mm-hmm.
His son's on the front cover of a magazine.
The one at the top.
Listen, you got front row and you got front row center. He's front center of the magazine. And this is a parent that is telling you guys something that based on, I'm thinking based on his personal experiences, right? Mm-hmm. So if you can't listen to him, or if you're not willing to DM him to elaborate and give you some skull therapy if your baby is playing, then who the hell are you going to listen to? That's what the Chop Shop is for.
See, and they don't like to listen to other parents for some reason.
Why?
I don't know, Jimmy. I'm watching this. Because like as one parent told me, all that good stuff you telling them people on the Chop Shop, them parents, they ain't listening. Cause what? They wasn't listening. The tea kettle who talking about the pot, the tea kettle know that they wasn't listening. So how in the hell other people gonna listen? Cause they know they wasn't listening. Did you understand what I'm saying, Jimmy? Somebody come and told me, y'all waste y'all. Dumb parents ain't listening. No, they was absolutely right, Jimmy. Because what? They wasn't listening either. But hidden agendas. So parents, I'm going to see what you can learn from this. Then, how can you put this, Jimmy? Hidden agendas. And that's, Jimmy, that's a broad one. Y'all don't understand, in summer basketball, a lot of things are fluid. Fluid, what I mean, it changes, it moves and changes, it moves. Fluid moves. Water don't stand still, it flows and moves. So parents have agendas. Parents want their son to get the best. Because I'm just going to hide them all out. Parents,
but is that hidden? But that ain't hidden, though. I don't think the parents' agenda is necessarily hidden.
Well, they could have some hidden agendas.
They could have some, but the one you just mentioned, that one right there, they want the best thing for their son, the best opportunity.
Okay.
I don't think that's hidden.
Okay. So, well, that's not hidden. But he mentioned, I'm just going to the people. How could a parent have a hidden agenda? Well, maybe I should go there, because he said the biggest problem in some basketball is hidden agenda from parents. He mentioned parents. So how can parents have hidden agendas? Some parents can just want to go get everything from every damn body. Jimmy, shit, I done seen that. Let me repeat that. I'm going to get some from him. I'm going to get some from him. I'm going to get some from him. All these suckers coming at my son like this. I'm going to get some. That's a hidden agenda. He going to give me this. He been there.
So we got a couple more before we get ready to land the plane. And Kevin Lewis posed a question, and it's just funniest shit in the world to me. It's funny because a lot of people. I just ask you guys to start doing your homework. Please start doing your homework and start asking questions. And his question is, How does Dallas come together in the AAU world, but Houston can't?
Dallas don't come together in the AAU world.
And that's why I said do your homework. Man, y'all
Who
just don't
said that?
understand.
Who said that?
Kevin Lewis. And let me tell y'all something, man.
Kevin.
I
You
hope,
just don't know, Cole.
listen, man.
You
Listen, man.
don't know.
Dallas, don't y'all realize when Tyrese Maxey them played grassroots basketball his
Right.
last year, him and Chris Harris and all those guys, you remember what team that they played for? It was the Houston Hoops. 4 of the starting 5 was from DFW. That was 4 of the top 7 guys in the state of Texas. That was when, for that to have happened, those guys said, then their parents, those kids and their parents collectively said, to hell with all this stuff here. We're going to go down there and play. We're going to go and play with this Houston team. That was when, after that happened, that was rock bottom for DFW. So when you rock bottom, you can't go but one way. And you say coming together. Understand what you see, the part you see coming together is a lot of powers that be in DFW have passed away and died in the past 3 years. Big E is gone. He bounced by his own beat. Jazzy Hardwell is gone. He bounced by his own beat. Cynthia Guillory, she's gone. She damn sure bounced by her own beat. So now you have those voids that open up. The thing in DFW that you see, and I've said this, and this could be a problem. This could be a problem. And I've said it a long time ago. I'm willing to put my pistol down on rankings. I've said it to you guys before. If I love doing rankings with RCS Sports, why the hell would I get Doug Jones, Archie Young, and Jeffrey Day to help me do them? If I love doing it that much, if I was in love with doing rankings, I could give 2 shits about rankings. Personally, you there for me. I wish it can discontinue tomorrow. But if I stop doing it, there's going to be somebody across the street still doing it. And now that means that word is going to be gold. It's going to be more valuable because that person across the street, we know, has accepted money.
But Jimmy, what's wrong with rankings?
But that's the thing. That's the thing.
Somebody explain to me what's wrong with them.
But well, they see.
Every Monday, don't you come out? You watch the poll on every freaking Monday.
Yes.
To see college basketball, who they rank. Don't every Monday, don't you? I mean, you like rankings in life. Forbes 500. That's a ranking. Forbes 100. That's a ranking. The top tech companies in the world. That's a ranking. The top motor. That's a ranking. Why? What's wrong with rankings? Somebody explain to me what's wrong with it. Nothing wrong with rankings. It's the people that's ranking.
People don't understand, and because there's nobody is willing that does them. Here's the first of all, and I've said this before. Nobody in DFW has a public list of ranking their kids of just Dallas and Fort Worth. That is a reason why a lot of those guys have excelled, and they know that. So they're smart enough to not do that. Because if they get into ranking, that means now whoever you got ranked number 2 is going to be pissed off because they're not number 1. And whoever you got number 1, you better rock with that joker all the way through. He better pan out because number 2 going to say you politics is the reason, and number 3 why 3 and 2 is not number 1. So they have collectively understood. Guys that tried and did and dabbled in them didn't make them public. When Alan Branch did public, it was by the time he did it was a state rankings. He stopped making them public.
Mm-hmm.
Buff never did it. I teased him often about it. I dare you to dare them to do it. He's smart enough not to do it. Because if he do it, then that means it's gonna be more people gonna be pissed. You got factual reasoning.
But Jimmy, sometimes
evidence.
I don't care. Why we worry about people being pissed? Let them be pissed. It's better be pissed off than pissed on.
Well, in that business, here's why. Because that parent who's pissed off, this happened in Dallas. Remember, this happened in Dallas. So
you talking about the business side. It ain't but a small amount of y'all.
But that's the whole thing, though.
It ain't but a small amount of y'all that's in the business. So, I mean, I just don't understand. I don't understand.
Understand this. Mm-hmm. There's a kid who made the McDonald's game. Mm-hmm. Right? And allegedly, their parent at one time said, I don't want to go to none of these other guys' events because, and he didn't even do rankings. Remember, there wasn't no ranking because he favors this other kid, and he doesn't give my guy the same equal ink. So that mama told that grassroots coach, you can go play in it, but my baby ain't gonna play in it. And know what that grassroots coach did? I think he did.
He didn't play in it.
He didn't play in it. He had to have a talk with the guy. He had to try to smooth that stuff down so eventually they could play in the event.
Oh, okay.
This was a future McDonald All-American who made the McDonald All-American. Yeah. He's in college right now.
So I got a question. So he didn't not rank the kid. He heard him saying something. He wrote a bad article. Guess what? Yeah.
I don't know if it was a bad article, but just they didn't feel he was favoring their kid.
Hey y'all. Okay, go. I'm glad. Jimmy, I know we ain't got. I don't know what time you got to get out of here, but you know, whenever you say go, we can get out of here because you know what I gotta do. So, but this interesting. This is a Women Rock Wednesday topic. Jimmy, this topic need to be talked about, and I didn't know. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about this earlier because this gonna take an hour and a half. I already know. We got to talk about this early because I'm getting somewhere here. I didn't know people.
You making a breakthrough? You having a breakthrough?
Yeah, because I didn't know rankings was no problem in Houston.
It's a problem because most people don't understand, and they've been told to believe that the guy that's. And first of all,
I love rankings,
and I've said this before to 100 people. Trust me, guys. There are certain people that do rankings based on the trajectory of the prospect, meaning that it's going to sort itself out by the time you get to the 12th grade. If you are a high major, you'll see all of the high majors going to go together. The which we call 5 stars to 4. Those 5 stars, if you go look on ESPN, Adam,
man. You bet.
Then the 4 star.
Okay. You lost me, Jim.
I'm still.
Come on back. Give me that. I want to hear this one. Come on.
If you look on ESPN and you look at the right on their rankings of the upperclassmen.
Okay.
The upperclassmen, the 11th graders, the 12th graders.
Jimmy, I promise you, I've never looked at ESPN rankings, but keep going.
Okay, you look there because that's the measuring stick for everybody else.
Okay,
whether you like it or not, that's the measuring.
No, I just never looked at it.
So if you're gonna look over there, you're gonna see all of the 5 stars will be in the same range. That means when you see the 4 stars are gonna start next, then they're gonna range in. Then the 3 stars, then the 2 stars, which is probably not gonna be any 2 stars in that top 100. By the time they get in ESPN, the highest, the 12th graders, I'm talking about, the upperclassmen. This is the range. If you guys got to understand when you're thinking about it, the number isn't as important as the range. Just like when you go to a concert, when you buy a ticket to the concert, you're going to say either you got a backstage pass, either you got a floor seats, or you got front row. When the last time somebody told you I got second row seats? They're gonna say I'm sitting in front of the stage. I'm sitting right at the stage. They ain't gonna tell you they got second row because it's the
range. I told you I was second row at Bruno Mars. I ain't want to be on the first row. He had all that work on the first row, so I was
First row, you do what you want to do with your legs. You can stretch all the way on out that first row. But that's the thing.
I got to say this. Hey gentlemen, don't ever say what you won't do. Jimmy, I sit up there and bragged about, man, I'm not standing up and dancing in this concert. I'm not standing up for no dude. Man, as soon as the first record, man, I stood up the whole concert. But keep on going. Keep on going, talking about them rankings.
Yeah, and so the rankings, a lot of people have to do their homework and ask the people that comprising them what ingredients go into the gumbo. Think of every rankings as a gumbo.
So every ranking is different. Yeah, and everybody got different criteria.
Yeah, different. And you will see, and then it should provide understanding why some people's rankings are so to the left and why some aren't. RCS sports rankings, remember, I'm the child of a career school teacher. My mom, the day is the day that she passed away, January the 31st, 2012. So when I started in this business, I did a little homework, but my belief about rankings was I did not know that at the time that people used a trajectory into it. So what I did was I thought of it like being a school teacher, like a report card. You're going to grade them from what they did the past 6 weeks, and as with an ongoing. You're going to grade them from 1 6 weeks to the next, just like I do a report card. That was just my belief. And guess what? At the time, it was the only rankings of this kind in Houston. And during that phase, it's a different generation of grown folk out there. But most people, they understood that. Most people understood it. It wasn't about who's going to be the better college player. I didn't have the expertise to know what the hell a college player, what it took to be a college player. I just know who was doing well in the area from one point to the next. And eventually, after they played each other enough, the cream would always rise to the top. You don't have to be Ray Charles. I mean, you could be Ray Charles and figure out that Daniel Gibson and Jawan McClellan were the two best players in 2024. You didn't need to be a basketball scholar to tell that Kendrick Perkins and Indy Eby was the best dudes in 2003. After a while, when you're watching this stuff, it sorts itself out. In 2005, Gerald Green, who eventually went and took a cupcake off the rim in the dunk contest, you didn't need nobody to sit there and say, "Oh man, how good is he?" That dude was phenomenal. He was different in high school. So in 2006, DJ Augustine, Dwayne Reed, Nick Wise, Gary Johnson, and all those guys, man, you've seen those guys over and over. Know why? Because those guys played and they competed in different atmospheres. It wasn't just uniforms. It wasn't just referees. Those guys engaged in open gyms. And now a lot of kids don't have time to do the open gyms, like the open runs, so to speak, like they used to, because that's the time that's allocated toward the development training and their rest and recovery.
Jim, thank you. Because guess what? This is the first time I've ever went to these rankings. Ever. I didn't know it was set up like this. Jim,
like what?
Like the way you said it. I ain't never looked at it. They got the 5-star. You know how many 5 stars on here?
About what, 30?
17. That's it.
That's it.
17 wow. 5-star. Yo, see, when you tell me to do something, I go and pay attention to it. I'm sitting there looking at it, Jimmy. It stops at Aiden Holloway at 17. Point guard from Charlotte.
That's a little guard.
Is he in the McDonald game?
I think so. Yeah. I think he made it.
Okay. 5-star. So after him, everybody's 4. Check this out. He's 17. From 18 down. Hold up. Down.
Rob Visa says 83 4-stars. Rob Visa says.
Yeah, I'm seeing it plenty 4 stars. I
told you it's not gonna be no 2s and 3s in that top 100 back then.
Homeboy.
To make it great.
What that make me so when people say so what let's say me personally, just I know this ain't the way it was. No, I ain't gonna be messy like that. I ain't gonna be messy. I ain't gonna be messy. I ain't gonna be messy. I ain't gonna be. I finished say, Coach Wesley Yates is a 4-star. So all the guys in front of him, all of them, the 4-stars, they the
They're,
same.
they're interchangeable.
They're interchangeable.
Yeah,
So
they're in
when
the same
somebody
thing.
come on here the other day and ask me why do I think he can be on that team, because Jimmy wasn't but 17. It's 5 more guys, Jimmy.
So they had 7 slots of
7
4-star.
slots. Yeah, 7 more slots. So
So
Jimmy, I ain't trying. Thank you, man. I did not. Y'all don't understand. I'm gonna be a fan of this little old thing from now on. Got to college.
and,
I
and I
never
think they
paid attention.
explain it. And I think they explain it if you click on it. I think they do explain the star.
What a star, yeah. They
I
used
think they
to.
do. I think they do.
Well, it ain't let me. It ain't let me click on that and do it right now. But I saw it. They got a whole article about the stars.
Yeah,
I've got that
I've
article.
seen it before somewhere. They have, and that's once again, that's not what me personally. So when you see
I
my
know.
rankings, it's
Okay.
going to be different from another guy's rankings because my rankings, I put like this: if I put nothing but trajectory into it, then everybody that's 7 foot tall or 6'10", they got to be somewhere near the top. They got to be because those coaches want to see them. You can't teach height. They're going to be near the top. That means, okay, I'll tell you what, Hal. Look
Come
on
on.
that. You're looking at the ESPN class of what? 2020 what?
Yeah, the
3?
one right with 23.
How many kids that's 5 stars? What's the smallest one? Give me
Okay.
the smallest two. Give me
Uh,
the smallest two.
okay. Smallest 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't feel like going back up.
It ain't but
But
17 of them. You said
okay,
17 5 stars.
DJ Wagner 6'2". Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if we find somebody short.
How many
Robert
5 stars?
Dillingham 6'1".
Dillingham, he didn't make it. Now
I
that
know.
was a
I'm talking about in here. We talking about here.
yeah.
The Aiden Holloway boy, the 17. That's it. 3.
How tall they got
6'1".
Holloway listed at
6'1".
now?
6'1".
So there's no 5 stars. We talked about this last year with Chris Walker
Mm-hmm.
that are 5 foot
11.
anything.
Nothing.
There's no 5 stars. So think about the trajectory because they use trajectory in that. They're saying that if no matter how good you think your 5'9" baby is, no matter how many points he's averaging, that ain't gonna transfer. He gonna be a regular dude at the next level. They put that into those stars. They look at him, they see it. You're not gonna be. Remember, we had a kid 3 years ago, Howard,
Mm-hmm.
that led the area in scoring, and I think he might have led the state in scoring. This kid went to McNeese University and is no longer playing Division I basketball. His name was last name was Bush. You guys help me with the first name. He went to Silsby High School. He was 5 foot, about 5'9".
Oh yeah, he played with LJ now.
Braylon Bush, I think that's his
Yeah.
name.
Yes.
Right? Remember,
Yes.
but everybody that saw him from Silsby and abroad, and everybody saw him was like, man, it ain't no way that kid ain't supposed to be ranked on this or ranked in the top or this and that. That dude that can score. Well, those guys, they seen guys like they come and go. Chances are, what can he do? Because ain't no Division I school is going to likely be able to win if he's shooting all the balls as the shortest guy on the team.
It's not gonna happen.
So they know this. So I mean, he would have to go to a school that would have that instead of the bell curve, instead of that
Beezer say he's at Navarro.
I say he's not at Division I.
Oh yeah, well you're right. You're correct. But he just told you what. But Jimmy, we got to get out of here. But Jimmy, I want to give people who don't know. You know, I got the ESPN thing. It said it's about the grading system, right? From 90 to 100, they call them high major plus prospects, 5-star players. This player demonstrates rare abilities. He should have an immediate impact at a national program with the potential for early entry to the NBA. Okay? That's what they consider those 17 guys. ESPN. You didn't freeze up on me, did you, boss?
No, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Then the 4 stars. I'm gonna give it. I ain't gonna go to the 3s. I'm just gonna give you the 4s. From 85 to 89, the high major prospect 4-star. This player is the centerpiece to a high major program who starts 3 to 4 years. That's what they say about them guys. That's what ESPN say. So
What did it say about the 4 stars again?
4-star. They're hold on. 4 stars. They are high major prospects. The player is the centerpiece to a high major program who starts 3 to 4 years on one of those teams. That's all they say about them.
That mean ain't no one and done.
But Tina, I'm finna send this to Tanya right now. She'll send it to you. Boy, hey, this is what I love about this show. Yeah. But that's, I mean, Jimmy, let me tell you something. I mean, it's just, I like rankings, y'all. I'm just telling you, I really like them. But I just like them. It's a great conversation piece.
Hey, Bettina says she asked you what can she see, what can she view?
I just sent it to Tanya, and Tanya sent it to her.
Okay.
And
like I said, this is what you get from the Chop Shop.
Yeah.
You get educated. A lot of people just don't understand. Remember, when you
Santino, hey, Jimmy, Santini said something that, and I hope people didn't realize that I said high major program is the key word as well. You're absolutely right, sir.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get to understand the different people's ranking. Remember, I know that my rankings, our at RCS Sports are different. So when you go in to see a guy that, let's say this guy might go and he might make it in college and start as a freshman, and you go back and say, well, man, Hicks had him, RCS Sports had him ranked at number 12. Well, it was based on, if you go back and look at his body of work he did in that last 6 weeks, he didn't bust a grape.
Jimmy,
a
lot of people
that's just the way that we do it. And people know it's not a national ranking. It's an aerial regional ranking. So it doesn't move the needle across the board in regarding to the national scheme of things. Now, mind you, do some people in the nation, do they look at the RCS Sports rankings and do they say, well, hell, if you saying this, your baby is the shit, and Hicks got him ranked number 12, then I can't rank him in the country at number 20. Mm-hmm. Yes, some people may do that.
Yes.
Because
of your track record, Jimmy, though.
Out of respect for my years of work. Mm-hmm. Now, at the same time, do we miss some? Yeah, you don't know the ones you missed until they get to college. And after they get to college, they off to watch. And I always tell people, well, it wasn't ranking.
It ain't your job. Now, you used to say that. I used to get mad when you said that. You said, man, you just said, man, I don't care what happens after the college. After college, they offer my watch.
They offer my watch. And that's the thing a lot of people don't get. Now, ESPN, they're going to go back and brag on it.
Yes.
They're going to go and say, you see, this guy here, because they got to make sure they all sort right. Did y'all notice when they updated the rankings days before the McDonald's game that most of those guys that made the McDonald's game were lower and they pushed them all up in the list?
I didn't watch that, Jimmy. I didn't watch that.
That's what happened.
Okay.
That's what happened.
I like that.
Like a guy like Bronny James was in the 60s or whatnot.
He comes way up. Yeah.
But then, and Bronny was one of the last guys in. So the thing is, in a city like Houston, it wasn't just a Wesley Yates III. Mm-hmm. It was also a Chris Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Johnson and Wesley Yates III, they are both vying for one spot.
Yeah.
The same position that they had to pick.
Yeah. Right.
The same position.
Absolutely.
But the last guy in, like in the NCAA tournament, the last 4 in, last 4 out.
Yeah.
The last guy in was the same position. And guess
who was that? Who?
Bronny James. Bronny James.
Yeah. But I can understand it. So how the hell Bronny? Because they pushed him up. So who was before Bronny? Give me the dude before Bronny then. Take Bronny off the tape. You can take Bronny off the tape.
Bronny is the last guy in.
Well, who was the guy before Bronny? Who was it had to be, it's for pecking order, Jimmy.
But I'm talking about, well, the last guy in before him wasn't a guard, from what I understand. The
Oh,
last
okay.
wasn't a guard.
Okay.
Was one of
So
those,
so
one of the
it
guys.
was a spot
But
and 3 guys they could have gave it to. Wesley, the Bronny, and Chris.
when understand, Alan.
Let me go back and look at this list.
Let me tell you
Come
something.
on. I know, but I'm just for the show's sake.
Yeah.
Man, don't you freeze up on me. Come on.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay. They got shooting guard. They got West as a shooting guard. Okay. Even the boy, what is his name? Garway Dual. He's a shooting guard.
Galway is went to Bush High School.
Mm-hmm.
He was on that same.
Mikey Williams was up there, Jimmy, as a shooting guard. He was up there in front of all of them.
He's in the 40s?
Michael Williams, 34.
34?
Bronny pushed him up to 28. You're right. By the way, y'all know what city I'm in, right? Y'all know where I'm going right tonight. Hold up. Y'all know where I'm going tonight, right? My nephew played with Bronny, right? Yeah, in case you didn't know, Penny's son played for him. You know where I'm going, Jimmy. I'm going to be live from Chop Shop. Wait a minute. Hold up. Ashton has a game tonight at 7 p.m. Sierra Canyon. I'm in there, baby. I'm finna go tell y'all everything about Bronny tonight. Hold up, Jimmy, if anybody got the list, because I'm trying to figure out the last shooting guard.
Tell Miss Dion I say what's happening.
I'm gonna call her when I get to her.
Tell Dion I say what happened.
I like rankings. Glenn Bishop don't like rankings. I mean that's why you Glenn and I'm Robert. I ain't gonna lie. I like.
He say don't rank them. He say don't rank them. Just list the top 100. What you gonna do? List them in alphabetical order? I mean, let me tell you something. On a local scale of things, I told you guys. I say it again. I don't have a problem not doing rankings anymore. But if that's what y'all really want, is that what you really, really want?
That what you really want?
That's the question. And before you answer, that's your homework assignment. Is that what you really want in Houston?
Okay, A.J. Johnson. Where A.J. Johnson at? I'm looking for that name. You know him. You Jimmy. Somebody said A.J. Hold up. I'm looking for the shooting guards toward the end. Like round 24. Round 20.
Hey, that goes Sandra, man. Goddamn,
Sandra, what's up, baby? Sandra, wait till I see you this picture. Sandra, wait till I got something for you. You will understand this. Jimmy won't understand this yet. You know, he understand. Hold up. Check this out. Jimmy, I'm looking at who in the hell is Reed Shepard?
That's the white kid.
Is he a McDonald? Is he a McDonald?
I'm not sure if Reed making it or not.
Y'all let me know. I'm just looking at shooting guards up up toward the top. Shooting guard. Y'all Jacoby, yeah. Jerry McClain. Oh, he on the thank you.
Jerry McClain was a no-brainer. He wasn't even. He was one of the first in.
Yeah, shit. He 12.
Put like this, Hal. If you started USA basketball,
okay, say no more.
If you started USA basketball,
okay,
then you're pretty much a lock.
Okay, I got you.
You follow what I'm saying?
Let me get out of that top 12 and just get back down here to. I'm just trying, Jimmy. Who is El Marco Jackson? Kent State. He going to Kansas. That helps. Kansas. El Marco Jackson. Y'all did he make it?
Who?
El Marco Jackson. Did he make it?
I know
to McDonald's.
Gigi Jackson made it. I don't know if
El Marco. This dude named El Marco Jackson from South Kent, Connecticut. I guess that's South Kent. I'm trying to see who he make it. I'm just trying to look at Coach Jimmy. You gave me something, and I forgot they be going by them positions too now.
Yes, positions. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then this dude named Fred DeLeon. Fred from Fayetteville. He about 6'5". You know, man, let's go, man. Let me get out here and go see my man, man. Let me go play with my man. But we gonna continue this, huh?
No, I was writing the notes and writing the date. I took notes on all the different things people were saying, so that way.
What I got? Bronny James tonight. I don't know who they play, but I get a chance to go to Sierra Canyon tonight.
Let me tell you something. They had a kid from out of Oregon, right?
Oregon.
Yeah, out of Portland, who he's signed to Oregon.
Okay.
And he dropped 30 something on Sierra Canyon on Bronny. Bronny scored like.
You talking about Mookie Cook?
No. I think his name is Jackson. I want to say like C-Struck, something like that. And this young fella, he played Duncanville the next day and handed Duncanville their only loss.
Heard about that dude.
Scored 30 something on Duncanville, right? That was that tournament in back-to-back days, and that team, they ended up I think they were listed in the top 5 in the country. It's a public school. Their football team won the state championship. So their tallest guy, they remind you of Milby High School when Jawan McClellan played in 04.
What the dude's name?
That's big when that tallest guy was like 6'4", 6'3", was the tallest guy on the team. That's it, VZ. Jackson Shelston, right? So he didn't make the game. After he just did that twice, don't you think them people in Oregon feel some kind of way?
They had him as a PG too.
That dude there Mercy Miller just gave it to Sierra the other night. Yes, Rick Brown. But the votes are already in.
They ain't taking Rick Brown. Yeah, Bronny. Hey, Bronny in, man. That's my new best friend, Bronny.
I understand the economical part of it. If Bronny is not in, do you actually think that 18,000 people is going to buy tickets to the McDonald's game?
Because I don't know. Watch me. I don't know nary a one of these dudes out here. So y'all been on the circle. I understand.
So everybody that make it, they're going to have 4 people that's going to come with them. 5 tops. Let's say let's go and stretch it. Every player will have 8 people come with them.
Right.
Family to make that trip. Everybody know how the economics. They watch it on TV. Right? Houston ain't that type of basketball city. We're going to flock to the masses and be there. Bronny, they know this. They had to put it in.
Man. Hey.
The only thing that's going to guarantee a crowd.
I concur.
That's politics at its best. But guess what? That's the king's son. And the McDonald's game.
Not the king, Jimmy. Now you're trying to talk good English. The Kane.
Kane. That's the Kane, who's less than 120 points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in the game. The most powerful basketball player ever is LeBron James. The most powerful, meaning that with the reach. Ever. So, it's one of those things where it's unfortunate. I really honestly think, remember, they picked the McDonald's game they picked this city when we supposed to have it during the COVID. When our young girls was going to be starring in, the young girls, Hunter and the girls at University of Texas. Remember, they would have been seniors, I think, right? I was a year after them. But anyway, they brought it on back to Houston. And I honestly believe that just for the same reason they kept it back in Chicago in the day, right? The reason they kept it in Chicago for years because they knew that they had a McDonald's kid from Chicago. My honestly belief is that you shouldn't even put the game in the city that isn't represented by at least one player. You could tell because they're not naming it like the Final Four had a 5 years in advance, 4 years in advance.
They put it where they want to play.
They're doing it the year before, 6 months, 7, 8 months before. You should never put that game in a city that is not going to be represented by one player, at least in that area.
Yeah.
That's my
that's a great point. I agree with you.
That way now you get It's like the NBA All-Star game. They always try to make sure that whole city is represented by at least one player.
Laurie Marketing.
They always try to make sure that guy's going to get a nod in.
Because he's going to be the ambassador out in the community. Because, see, people don't understand the NBA do a lot of stuff in the community that week before the game. Y'all be thinking it's coming for parties. The actual NBA, they be working. NBA cares. They go do stuff with Habitat for Humanity. They do a whole lot of stuff during that week leading up to that thing, man. They be in there. Soon as it's people be while the games are going on. It's people in them cities, right? Somebody gonna be in Phoenix. Not Phoenix. I'm thinking about the Super Bowl right now. Somebody gonna be in Utah, and I wish I could be there with them. But Jimmy, I got to get out of here. I'm not getting y'all not nan. Hey, I'm not getting y'all not nan another second. I just got to go. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm just glad my internet work up here.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on tomorrow. It's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Tuesday. We want you to share the show on your way out the door. Great conversation. I got plenty of notes. I hope you guys have took notes as well. If you didn't, make sure you get a chance to go back and get some of this stuff, because to let it just dissolve on down, flow down the river and not apply it or not question other people that you come in contact with, then it's the conversation is for nil. It doesn't even have the same value. You got to go out and question other people. What makes them think, right?
Yeah.
And,
I like this. This was cool today. I mean, I learned something, and we're gonna stretch it a little bit further, because I know there's a lot of questions we didn't get a chance to answer, and some solutions. But when people said Houston got number one problem, I want to know what their number one problem is. It ain't rankings. Rankings ain't the problem. It's some other stuff, and y'all know what it is. But I'm gonna get it out, y'all. But Jimmy,
nobody wants to hurt some people's feelings. I say that.
I like him, but I like him too.
That's T-shirt material.
Nobody people of Houston.
People's feelings.
Yeah.
And
That's all.
I shout out to Kenneth Gamble. I see you, Rob Beasy, Thaddeus Moody, and I see Ashley Williams. I see you done came on back and slid on back through.
No, she's not.
Come on back tomorrow. Hang on Women Rock Wednesday. Wesley Yates Jr. And you know what?
Mr. Fox. Don't forget about Mr. Fox.
And Aaron Fox. Guess what? You just made me think about something.
What?
On rcsports.com, I got a list of the top 10 games to see tonight around the area. You just let me know what game I know I'm going to now. What? I know I'm going to now.
Who? Is it?
Ooh. Beaumont United is coming to Summer Creek High School.
No.
I'm up in that joint. Wesley should be so mad. Wesley Yates should drop a 35 bomb tonight.
Y'all do this every time I go.
He gonna be in Luka mode.
Well, guess what? If I can't see one great player tonight, at least if I can't see Wesley, well, I get to see Ashton and Bronny tonight. You know, I ain't mad at myself. Akisa, I ain't mad. You know I'm going live. Y'all be geared up. I'm going live from that joint tonight. Yes, sir. If they got internet, they should have internet in Sierra Canyon. Much money them folks got.
They probably got that thing all scrambled up, man. They don't need you coming in there poking through their stuff. No. Yeah.
They can't wait.
Guess what? Wesley Yates' dad, he done bought him some Htx sticks. I got my new shipment in of Htx sticks. I got a whole crop of them things in. Just came in yesterday. They ready to be puffed on. You need some Htx sticks? Just hit me up in my DMs. Ooh. These things here are good smoke. My own line of cigars, Htx sticks.
Y'all just find out how I can. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna have the best of both worlds. Somebody find out, and I know who's my man, Mr. Dews. I got to figure out who gonna be showing. I want to be watching Wes in my hand on my handheld, and gonna be watching Bronny and Ashley with my eyes right there. So I got the best of both worlds tonight. Y'all can hate me. Yeah, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have fun tonight, baby.
Man, you gonna be doing daddy daycare duties, grandpappy daycare duties.
No. Hey, he stay up. Hey, Jimmy, that man stay up all night, man. So guess what? After the game, I come back. Me and him he lay on me, and we just sit there and talk all night. Yeah. And guess what? I got a book I'm gonna read him tonight. Yeah, I'm reading to him already. He gonna he gonna be third. He gonna be Thurgood Marshall. He gonna be another Thurgood Marshall. I'm reading to him tonight. Yes.
So that's pretty much it, guys. So we'll see you guys, of course, tomorrow. Shout out to Coach Rodney Terry, has University of Texas alone in first place in the Big 12. And
I ain't gonna talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. I'm finna hang up on you.
Man, that's good, man. RT, man.
It's good for RT, but LJ wanted to win. I like LJ, but boy, more.
But RT needs this every win. That way now they stop making excuses. Take the interim tag off RT. They played 9-10 games into the Big 12. Nobody expected for Texas to be in first place. This guy.
Okay, I'll take that.
Shout out to RT.
Shout out to RT. Shout out to you. But okay, I got it.
So we'll get some light. They want some lighter leaps. We get. I got to go down to DR in a couple of months. They invited me to the factory. The cartel that invited me down.
Go on down there. Go on down there. Take your hands on down there.
I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna put an Altuve shirt on.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he ain't from there. I gotta put a the big fella.
Tatis.
No, the big fella. My big fella. My big DH.
Not Big Poppy.
No, for the Astros.
Alvarez.
Put an Alvarez shirt on. And we from Cuba. That's all the same.
Put a Tatis a shirt on, dude. I'm trying to tell you ass what to do. Tatis, player.
Man, I put a Tatis shirt on. They're going to have steroid dudes want to come to me and sell me some juice, some cream and stuff. Nah.
Hey, man, you got one more week without birds like that.
I'm going down to the spot. Right to the factory. I got my old stuff and everything.
All right, let me get out of here and go see my baby, man. I see y'all later. They waiting on me now. All right.
Give me medicine. Y'all share the show on the way out the door, guys. We up out here. Peace.
That man said get the correct rapper. These people crazy.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.